Yo, yo, yo. Thank you for joining us again. We are going to continue our look at Nigeria. We are going to carry on our look at apartments in Nigeria, specifically Lekki, Victoria Island, that area. And just to be clear, right, we are focusing on assisting, if you like, looking at places where men in general, black men in particular, can vacate, can emigrate. If you're looking to leave the West and you're thinking of where to go for a different kind of life, let's just say a different kind of life, a life where you feel self-actualized, a life where you may want to set up a business. We'll be looking at startup businesses a bit later on. And where you stand a better chance at finding a lifelong relationship / marriage to a more traditional woman, then you're in the right place. What we do on this channel, we focus in on buying property. We focus in on setting up businesses. We focus in on looking around places on planet Earth where men in general, black men in particular, can find a place to be, more than likely outside of the West. We've been focusing in on the African continent. Previously, we've looked at Kenya, we've looked at Ghana. For the last couple of streams, we've been looking at Nigeria. Specifically, we've been focusing in on Lekki, Victoria Island. Let me bring this up so I can show you. If you can see that, that's great. If it's a bit small, just let me know. So we've been focusing in on Lagos Island. We've been focusing in on Victoria Garden City, Lekki, and this place here, make it a bit bigger, Victoria Island. And we're going to carry on doing that. Do check out the last stream, because we've been looking at some amazing apartments for under 100,000 USD. Really a lot less than that. We've been looking at, and these, remember, the whole idea about this is to look at investment apartments. So when you're not in the country, when you're not in Nigeria, you can stick it on Airbnb, booking.com, somewhere like that, and still continue to make money from your investment. Really, we've been looking at places between 50,000 USD, which is pretty much what, £40,000, up to around about 100,000 USD, which is about, I think, about 85,000 quid. Why do we do that? Because one, it's cheap, it's affordable. Possibly you can remortgage your current property. You could take that money and invest. The whole idea about this channel is to plan the move to a place conducive for your mental health as a black man. Somewhere where you can go, be, work, set up business, have fun, and meet a woman who wants to stay married. So that's basically the whole idea of these streams when we look at properties. Not just looking at property for property's sake, although I love property. It's about looking at somewhere where we can effectively relocate, set up business, make money, add to the community that's pre-existing in that place and space, and have a life whereby your investment isn't going to be made in vain. So subscribe to the channel, hit the like, tell your friends about it. Okay, that is what the channel's all about. Now, let's talk a little bit about Nigeria, right? So a lot of people, both Nigerians and non-Nigerians, that I've spoken to over the last 30 years, if not longer, probably a lot longer than that, actually. For the most part, this includes Nigerians themselves, born in the UK and some born in Nigeria, have not had a lot of good things to say about Nigeria. Now, I've never been there. I do plan to go to Nigeria simply because 50% of my DNA is Nigerian, is Yoruba, going by AfricanAncestry.com. So I want to do more than go to Nigeria and travel to Nigeria. I want to invest in Nigeria. I want to buy property in Nigeria. That's basically what I want to do. I've got plans, basically. I've got plans. So I thought, rather than listen to the naysayers, why not do my own research about Nigeria? Now, the whole African continent, regardless of whatever the Western media says, is a development hotspot or hotspots. But most African countries have got growing economies and have got young populations. Many African countries, Burkina Faso right the way through, are beginning to slowly get rid of their dead weight leadership. That's what they're beginning to do. That's the truth, right? That is the truth. The economies are growing. The expertise amongst young people is definitely there on the ground in Africa, in every African country, including Nigeria. Nigeria's got a massive population, a massive young, educated population. And really, the only way for Nigeria is up, regardless of whatever the naysayers say. It's a great place to invest. And if you've been following this, if you check the last stream, do go and check it. The whole place is a building site. Lagos is a building site, and that's a great sign of development. That's a fantastic, just similar to Accra, it's a great sign. It's a great sign of investment. So do go and definitely check out the last stream and follow us on this stream. If you've just come, right, don't go anywhere. If you've ever thought about investing in the African continent, right, or Nigeria, then you are in the right place. We are going to be looking at properties starting from now, right? Do stay with us. Do check the properties out. Do go and do your own homework and do your own due diligence. I do not get any money for doing this. I'm not sponsored by any one of these estate agents or any one of these property websites. I'm doing this simply because I'm learning. This is about me personally looking at property and learning about property in Nigeria and the rest of the African continent and how they do business. And I simply thought that I would share this with you so that you could come along my journey with me and we can basically learn together. We could learn together. That's the whole point of this channel. It's the whole point of this stream, all right? So that we are going to be learning together about where we as men, where we as black men in particular, can access a more purpose-driven life. The kind of life potentially that you cannot afford in a Western countries. And when you see the first property, you will see what I mean. I am focusing in on investment apartments, simply one bed apartments or studio flats. I'm focusing in on that as investments. All right. That's the whole idea. That is the whole idea. So when you are not there, you can simply stick it on Airbnb or booking.com or a similar site and continue to make money, revenue from your investment. Where can you raise the money from? Now, another little thing. When it comes to property investment, there's lots and lots of different ways that you can raise the cash. Lots of different ways that you can do it, right? I'm going to be tackling how, on another stream, how you can raise money in order to buy property. But the simplest way is if you have a property whereby you can remortgage it, take some money out and go and invest somewhere else. That's the easiest way to do it. You can also buy property using other people's money. You can do that. But the bottom line is to raise a stake so that you can go and invest. And effectively, you're investing in your life. You're investing in yourself. That's what you're doing. You're investing in your own life. You're investing in yourself. And potentially, you're finding a more, as I said before, purpose-driven life elsewhere. You're finding more than that. Potentially, you're finding you're finding a life. You're potentially going to find a lifelong woman who actually wants to stay with you as well. So that's the whole idea of this looking at relocating. It's not just about property. It's not, although it is, it's not just about property investment. It's about really shifting your life elsewhere, somewhere else, so that you can lead a more purpose-driven life. That's really what this is all about. So, as I said before, we're going to be looking at that part of the map that you can see. You can see that it is. Let me drop that down, and let's bring this up. Bear with me while I bring up. And again, we're going to be looking at money making ways that you can actually make money as well. I'm just finding this. Okay, cool. So where's that gone? I've got so many tabs open. You've got, guys, don't be like me and don't have so many tabs open that you can't actually find where you're meant to be. Anyway, right, so we're going to be looking at all of that area that you can currently see on the map. All right, so we're going to be exploring that together. All right, so okay, so let me see. The first property that we are going to look at is this one. All right, now stay with me and check, just stay with me. Now, this one is slightly out of the normal price bracket that I would normally look at. Is going for 200 million naira. 200 million naira. So the first question you should ask is, how much is 200 million naira? Right? How much is 200 million naira? So what we normally do, we normally go over to the calculator. You can probably see that good. You can see it, right? So it's just basically it's just a conversion website. So you can see, I've already put it in. So you can see 200 million naira is 95,000 pounds, right? 95. Don't worry, guys. This is the most expensive apartment and probably the best that we're going to look at, all right? So 95,000 quid. USD, that is 126,000 USD. So what do you get for the money? What do you get for that, right? So let's come back to this and let's have a little look. Now, a disappointing thing with this, now what I try to do is look at off-plan apartments. And just remember, the whole idea of us doing this is for you to, one, buy an investment apartment. And remember, I'm not getting any shares from any of these websites. Trust me, I'm not sponsored by any website. This is purely about finding investment apartments, in this case, on the African continent in Nigeria, that you guys, you men, you black men in particular, can begin to make money from and eventually look to relocate to. Somewhere where you can go and not have to pay hotel fees. We can stay in your own apartment while you begin to sort of survey the land. That's the whole point of this, all right? Where you can begin to move and shift your life to another country. So if you understand that last statement, what I just said, then you understand the point of the channel. Listen, guys, we can sit here, right, and honestly talk about modern independent feminists and all the rest of it all day long. But you know what? I don't really want to do that anymore. I want to begin to talk about solutions to this conundrum. And so it's all about, in my opinion, beginning to look elsewhere on planet Earth where we are valued. That's the whole idea. The chances, well, not the chances. Weigh it up for yourself. Right? Weigh it up for yourself. To what extent are you valued in your part of the West where you live? To what extent do you lead a purpose-driven life in the West, in your part of the West, right? Do you have the kind of relationship, right, where you feel safe enough to commit in marriage? Be honest. Just be honest with yourself. So what this channel is all about is beginning to say, hey, this elsewhere on planet Earth may be something that you may want to consider. All right, that's what we're concerned about. So I want to make that crystal clear. Right, okay, right. So let's get back to that property. Now, this one's a bit on the expensive side, as I said. It's 200 million naira. That's 125,000 USD. If I got my maths right, let's just check it. Yeah, 126,000 USD in pounds. That is 95, just saying, yeah, 95,500 quid, right? There's the only problem with some new builds, when they stick them on websites, they really don't give us enough images, right? But I can tell you now that this is a brilliant one, right? It's on Victoria Island, which is basically, just call it the playground of Lagos, right? Right, playground of Lagos. That's what it is. It's great for Airbnb, great for tourism, and would be a brilliant place for you to go and hang out when you feel like it, guys. Right? This is an artist impression, but basically, I think they've just broken ground. All right. For those of you that don't know what broken ground means, it means they've started to build. All right. So these are all artist impressions. This building to me looks brilliant, lovely, right? Gorgeous. Right now, so I'm happy with that. I love the swimming pool. It's a raised swimming pool, completely amazing as far as I'm concerned. Right, no doubt there's going to be stuff on the roof of this building as well. You can see the artist impression shows you under building car parking. Right, so that is it. But there's only 5 photographs, so there's no artist impressions of the interiors at all. Right, but just rest assured, it's going to be brilliant, in my opinion, especially at that price tag. Right, now that is a lovely building. Right, let's have a look at what you get for your money. Are they going to give us a list? And that's the problem, they don't even really give us a list. Crazy, right? So, you know, they're not doing themselves any justice. But I thought I'd make this property number 1 simply because I know that this is going to be an amazing building when it's finished. I know this is going to be an amazing building when it's done. Let's have a quick read of it. So, discover unparalleled luxury living in the heart of Victoria Island with our off-plan apartments featuring a range of meticulously crafted residences, from cozy 1-beds to spacious 4-bed masonettes. Now, remember, I am only bothered at the moment anyway with 1-bedroom apartments and studio flats or studio apartments, call it what you want, right? That is all I'm bothered about. 1, because it's cheap. 2, because it's easy to rent out on Airbnb or booking.com. That's the whole idea. It's cheap, it's easy to get. If you get it in a building like this, then you know it's gonna rent, it's gonna let really easy as a holiday let. It's as simple as that. All right, especially in Lekki, especially in Lagos, it's gonna go. All right, so you're gonna make money out of it. So this is a 1-bed apartment. You've got 2 toilets, 1 bedroom. You get a designated car park space. It's a serviced apartment. Therefore, you're going to get a concierge. I mean, there's limited information here, but just believe me when I say you're going to get a concierge. You know, it's going to be completely secure. You're more than likely going to get a gym. You're going to get all of the regular stuff in this building and then some at that price point. All right. So, it's on Victoria Island. Let's see. It says close by this place. Now, I've never heard of this place. So what I'm going to do, I am going to see if I can copy that, stick it in here. Let's just see if I can actually stick it in here and see if we're going to get lucky and if Google Maps is going to show us exactly where it is. It should do. It should do. So let's do that and let's have a little look. All right. Let's have a little look if we can spy where this place is. It should allow us to do that. Right. So, right. It says near Mega Plaza. So it's near this place, right? Mega Plaza off. Let's see if we can do this. All right. Let's see if we can do that. If it's going to let us do that. Right, so it looks like it's off this. So basically, it's on that road, right off. Let's have a look. So basically, it's somewhere here, I think, because there's the plot. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Anyway, somewhere around there, I think that's where it is. So if we get that little man and we drop it, then hopefully it's going to show us something. Right, okay, cool. So hopefully you can see that. So this is the general area where that building's going up. not a bad area as far as I'm concerned. So that's the very, very general area. I mean, sometimes you get lucky with Google Maps, and sometimes it shows you exactly where the building is. Sometimes it doesn't, but basically, this is the general area. This is the general area. So just remember, guys, we're looking at Lekki, or, we're looking at Lagos, rather. Lekki's just on the outskirts of Lagos. And it's always, when you use Google Maps like this, it's quite good because it actually shows you or gives you a good idea of the actual area. And this looks all right to me. This looks like a decent area. As far as I am concerned, I'm happy with it. And you really got to do this as well. You've really got to, you should really just have a good walk around. I mean, obviously the best thing is to go and have a look, go, pay the money and go to the country and have a look. And that, that's always number one. But, you could do a lot of research just on the internet, basically, which is what we're doing. So this looks pretty good to me. That looks like a shopping center. So this looks all right to me. And have a look at the cars as well. I know it sounds really daft. Well, it's not, as far as I'm concerned, it's not daft. But have a look at the cars around. Just have a look at the standard of the place. Because remember, if you're going to stick this on Airbnb, right, or booking.com or whatever website, you want, when other people do their research, trust me, this is what they are going to be doing. This is what I do. Whenever I go anywhere, I have a look to see where I'm going before, first. If I'm going to book a hotel, I want to know exactly, what's around the hotel. It's literally that simple. So I would advise you to do the same. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that area, to me, looks okay. Oops. Hey, what's going on there? So hopefully you can hear me. Right, hopefully you can hear me. So anyway, that area to me looks okay, looks good. All right, so let's go back to the building. Let's bring that back up. Cool. Right, okay, so that's the first one, right? So that is a one-bedroom apartment for sale. 200 million naira. Sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's 125,000 USD. It's 95,000 pound, right? And I've just shown you where it is. It's just off, just by Mega Plaza off Odowo, Martin's Road, if you like, Victoria Island, Lagos. So that's where this one is. That's our first one. All right. That is our first one. Okay. I think that's a nice one. It's probably the best, even though the description's rubbish. And just to let you know, this is a property website we are looking on called Nigeria Property Center. Do go and check it out. You've got some great apartments, great buildings, great, you've got lands on this website. You've got houses, you've got some amazing places, and educate yourself about what's available in Nigeria, basically. Honestly, you will be amazed. Don't believe the hype, the negative press about Nigeria. Don't believe it. Even if a Nigerian tells you something negative about Nigeria, right? Even if they tell you something negative about it, right? Go and see for yourself. Do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research. The idea is this, right? If non-African heritage can see value in the African continent, all right? If they can see value there, what's wrong with us? If non-Africans can see value in the African continent, what is wrong with us? What's wrong with us? Seriously, man. So we got to start understanding, right, the value of Africa, because everybody else is. Everyone else is, trust me. Everybody else is. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do I'm going to go to the second property, right? And I think we're going to look at this one. Right? So let me bring this one up because it's got the most images. Right, the next one we're going to look at, hopefully you should be able to see that. Now, this is a brilliant one. Guys, everything I'm showing you here is worth the investment. Every single property I am showing you is definitely worth the investment. Hopefully you can see that. I'll tell you what, let's make this a little bit bigger if I can. Good. So hopefully you can see that. Every single property that I am showing you is worth your investment and your time. If you're looking to escape your little place in the West, if you're looking to move abroad, every property I'm showing you is worth your investment. Yeah, you've got to have a little bit of money up front. You could remortgage your house. You could do some deal with your friend. There's ways of lending money, right, to go and invest in property in a way that you don't even have to use your own money, right? But we will cover that possibly on the next stream. So check out this other property. Now, this is a 1-bedroom apartment or flat. 85 million naira, right? But don't let that figure stress you out, right? So let's go here. Let's go to this little currency converter, right? And let's look at how much 85 million naira is, right? It's only 40,000 pounds. Let's look at how much USD that is. For 53,500 USD. Hopefully you can see that. Good. So let's go back to our property that we are looking at right now. Bear that price in mind, right? Keep that price in mind. Now, remember, we're looking at investment properties in the best bit of Nigeria, which is Lagos or Lekki, right? Basically a party town, right? So let's come back to this. Now, keep the price in mind, right? Don't listen to anyone who says, oh, Nigeria, we don't invest in there, it's unsafe. Oh, God, the economy's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. No. Forget all that, right? This is what you get for the money. Now, remember, I only look at off-plan apartments. That's all I'm looking at. Now, this one's almost built. Looks like they're just finishing it off. And don't listen. Go and look at a place called Embassy Gardens in Ghana, right? The way they build in West Africa is all the same, but I stayed in Embassy Gardens, right? And it's amazing. Me and the wife, we went there when they were just putting up Embassy Gardens, right? And there was so much on offer that I didn't put an offer in on a 1-bedroom apartment in Embassy Gardens. I wish I did now though, because the place has way gone up in value. The same company's building elsewhere, but that was a missed opportunity. Obviously, this isn't Ghana, this is Nigeria. But the way they build is the same, right? It's not like the way they build in the US, definitely not the way they build in the UK. But the bottom line is, it's a different way of building. In every country, they build differently. Apparently in Japan, or is it China, they use bamboo. They don't use metal poles to scaffolding. They use bamboo, right? So this apartment, right, they're just pretty much finishing it off. That means these interiors are mock-ups, but basically you get a marble floor, you get molded ceilings, recessed lights, you get gorgeous paneling for the doors. And for what you get for the money, these places are huge for the money. Gorgeous size, and remember, this is a 1-bedroom flat. So basically you get a separate kitchen. God knows why they don't give you a picture of the kitchen. I really don't know. But anyway, let's look at what else you get for the money, right? So hopefully you can see that. Let me check. Yeah, you can see it, right? So what do you get for the money, right? So you get, so all rooms have got en suites, massive bedrooms, atriums which enhance daylighting in the apartments, ample parking space, no doubt. Well, I don't know if you got to get a designated park space or if it's just like a first come first serve. communal recreational facilities, i.e. a gym. Listen to this. Now, remember, this is about Airbnb stroke booking.com and all of that good stuff and making money, right? And making sure that it's as people actually want to come and stay there, right? So you get communal recreational facilities, i.e. a gym, pool, and a lounge, which doubles as a cinema hall, and the courtyard bar, right? Well-paved road networks, automated elevators, 24/7 power and security. So basically that's a concierge at the front gate. So basically, Tom, Dick and Harry just can't walk in. They've got to get past the front desk. Water treatment plan, right, payment. This is the payment plan. So it's a 10% deposit, which is, next to nothing for a start, and spread over a period of 18 months. So there's no date on this as to when they broke ground. Here we go. So this was added almost a year ago, last updated on the 8th of August. So hopefully there should be places in this development that are still available, right? These are the sizes, right? So we've just been looking at a 1-bed, right? 1-bedroom apartment, right? So the 1-bed, that's the size of the 1-bed, 85 square meters, slightly smaller for the studio. We'll have a look at the studio in a minute and the price of the studio. And the 2-bed is 130 square meters, all right? So this is a lovely apartment. This is on by a company called Underwood Homes Limited. These are the contact details. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, that is their contact details. If you want to take that down, if you want to give them a ring, do that. You can visit their website if you like. I'm not going to do that because it's just going to be a mix of property. And remember, we're only focused in on 1-beds and studios. But do go and check them out, and do check out Nigeria Property Centre. So that is the 1-bed flat. What I'm going to do now is bring up bring up the if you like, the studio flat. They call it, there you go, you can see that. They call it a mini flat. Basically, it's a studio flat, I think. That's going for 65,000. It's a room and parlor, meaning that the kitchen, if you like, is in with the living room. That is what I think it means. There's no pictures here. It's just the one picture, which again is a missed opportunity in my opinion. Studio flat. Handover date is scheduled for the first quarter of 2024. So the bottom line is, this is selling now. I don't know how many of these are sold. You'd have to basically give them a ring. You would have to contact them yourself. Okay. So there's not a lot of information there, but again, give them a ring. Give them a ring. This is on with a different agency, I think. I think that is on, that's on with a different agent. So basically, you've got different agents trying to sell apartments in this building, right? And I've got a third one here as well. So that one's going for 65,000 naira. Let's have a quick look to see how much 65,000 naira is. It's going to be way less than the 1-bedroom apartment. So 65. Hopefully you can see that 65,000. Can you just check you can see it? No, you can't. Let's bring that up. God knows why I dropped that out. Let me bring it back in. Let's bring that back in. Not sure what happened there, but anyway. Right, let's bring that back in. There we go. Share that. Make sure and bring it in. Okay, cool. Right, so let's look at how much 65,000 naira is. Right, 65,000 naira is 40,000 pounds. Just say 41,000 quid. In pounds, 65 million naira is basically just 31,000 pounds. So for 31,000 pounds, right, or 40,000 USD, you get Let me just go back to that. So for that amount of money, you get a 1-bedroom studio flat or mini flat in a building that looks like that, with all of those facilities that you can rent out, that you can put on a website as a holiday let. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, that is a great investment. Anytime you want to be in Nigeria, you can basically stay in your own place. It's as simple as that. Difficult to get a better investment than this, in my opinion. Very difficult to get a better investment than this. Very difficult. Let's drop this back in. Very difficult to get a better investment for the money in a building like that in Lekki. Let's just have a quick look on the map to see exactly where the building is, or at least to get an idea where the building is. So hopefully you should be able to see that. And let's drop this in, paste that. Right, okay, let's have a good look at where this is on our map. You should be able to see that, by the way. Let's have a good look. Right, okay, so. All right, so this is it going to give us a pinpoint? Here we go. So it's this general area. Is that as good as it can do? I was hoping it was going to pinpoint it a little bit better. But anyway, that is the general area. Let's do that again. All right. So anyway, that's the area. All right, it's moved. Map's moved. All right. Okay. So let's just go in a little bit. Nah, but anyway, even doing this is quite good, because you can see you've got a fitness center. You can see you've got, back there was a cinema. God knows where it's gone now, but you had a cinema around there somewhere, right? So, and just to let you guys know where this is, right? You've got loads of restaurants around there, right, on the seafront, right? This is just that's 500 meters. So this whole area is walking distance. This whole area is walking distance. So from that apartment, you can walk anywhere around there. You can find restaurants. And I did check these out in the last stream, right? But let's do a little bit of a refresher, right? You've got loads of restaurants bang on the seafront. All right, let's have a little look on that one. Here we go. So hopefully you can see that. So this restaurant, this bar, let's have a proper look at that, right? Let's have a look at that. So hopefully you should be able to see that as a little bit of a segue, right? So let's have a look at this bar. So this is a gorgeous little restaurant, right? Got great views, and it's a vibe, basically, right? That's what it is. That's a decent view over water, man. I mean, it's good to look at the menu as well. You're going to be eating pretty much for next to nothing, right? That's the God's honest truth. It's a decent place in walking distance, right? We can go on and on and on. Where you can, if you want to get a boat, if you've never ever done that, you could do that. Let's look at some of these other places. You've got an art gallery there. I'm only doing this so you can see exactly what's in the area. All right. All right. Let's have a look at, see what other restaurants are around here. What is that place? Right. This is a restaurant. I've not looked at this one yet, but it's a nice looking place. If you've got a sweet tooth, you can be doing the ice cream. Personally, I wouldn't, right? But it's called the Cactus. It's a nice place. It's a nice place, basically. And if you're looking for a wife, then you could start at this place if you want. But this is a nice looking place as far as I'm concerned. I'm not really into pasta and burgers personally, so I'd hope they've got more. Nor am I into spaghetti. I'm gluten intolerant, so I would hope. Well, you know, you could check out the menu for yourself. I don't know what's with the sweets, man. I don't know what's with the chocolate and the sweets. I don't know. Nigerians got a sweet tooth. I'll have to ask some of my Nigerian friends, man. Unless this is some sort of ice cream, maybe it's an ice cream parlor. I don't know, actually. Anyway, right, that is a lovely looking place. And believe you me, right, let's come out of that. You've got nice places all over this area. I have checked it out, but every time I have another look, right? So I'll tell you what, let's do that. Let's take a little bit of a segue, right? And let's do, hopefully I've spelled that wrong. Probably I've spelled it wrong, haven't I? You know what, leave it. I think it will. Right, let's do that. Right, okay, so here we go. Right, so you've got restaurants and bars. And you know what, you've got to do this, because if you're looking to move to an area or a country, in this case, if you're looking to relocate or you want people to take your place as a holiday let, then you want to be able to advertise the places they can go near your holiday let. And again, this is a nice looking place, man. You know what? One thing about Nigerians, right? They don't do things by halves, you know, trust me. Listen, if you've never been to a Nigerian wedding, right, you really want to, you want to get invited to one. You really seriously do, right? It's the truth, man. But this looks like a nice place as well. Let's just go up here. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. So that's a gorgeous view. So you've got a lovely restaurant. That's a gorgeous restaurant. You've got lovely looking restaurants like this all over the place, right? This is another nice looking one. I mean, personally, I love the sea. I love water. So anywhere I'm going to go, personally, is going to be probably beside the sea. I like boats. You know, I love all that. So yeah. I mean, that's where I'm going to want to be. Oh, I've seen this one. See, in this bar stroke restaurant, you get a live band. So it's a nice life, you know. On the or rather in the stream a bit later on, we're going to be looking at ways you can make money. So we will look at that. Probably worthwhile looking at that. And again, look, if you've got Chinese and all different types of people that see value in various African countries, how much more should African heritage people see value in where we come from? Seriously, honestly, you know. And look, he's bopping, he's loving the music, man. Good for him. Good for him. We need to do the same, in my opinion, man. Especially if you can find a woman who actually wants to not just get married, but a woman who wants to stay married. You know, that's what that one's all about. Honestly, seriously. That's what this one is all about. So you've got loads and loads of lovely bars and restaurants. God, this one looks nice. Let's have a look at this. You've got loads and loads of bars. It's a vibe. And restaurants all around, I don't know what that's all about, all around this part of Lagos. Why is that? What? That's a what? That is a waterfall underneath your table. This is a waterfall. So this is a vibe, man. It's a vibe. But yes, a yam chips. It's a vibe, man. Honestly, it's worth the trip. It's worth a trip. It's worth a trip to see if it's a place where you can do business, if it's a place where you can have a life. You can definitely afford one of these apartments. Yeah, you can definitely do that, which is what this stream is all about. But this is just understanding the kind of lifestyle that you can live in Nigeria, or at least in this particular part of Nigeria. Yeah. Now, remember, it's a young population, right? Which I think is a massive, massive plus, personally. Whoops. I need to have a look at that roof terrace. Here we go. Let's have a quick look at the. No, it's only 5 pictures. How are you going to sell anything with 5 pictures? But it looks all right, though. It looks all right. But just remember, it's a young population. So I don't like going to a restaurant where they hardly put any food on the plate and charge you a whole heap of money. Oh boy. But this is a good, basically this is a good place to be, and this is 1 kilometer. So 1 kilometer so all of this is in walking distance, the whole area. So where we're looking at our 1-bed apartments is all in this kind of area, all around there. Or rather, what I put into Google Maps is just to show us the bars and restaurants in this area. I didn't put Victoria Garden, I didn't put Lagos Island, I didn't put the famous Banana Island either. We could do that another time, but I just put this area. But really, the whole area is, you can walk this whole area, man. You could just walk it. Victoria Island, Banana Island, Lagos Island, yeah, Lekki Phase 1, and Victoria Garden City. This whole area is walkable. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So, guys, this is about not listening to the hype. This is about getting in there and having a look yourself. Don't believe the hype that people say. Don't believe anything people say about Nigeria. No, go and check it out. Go and look for yourself. Go and look for yourself. Yeah. Go and look for yourself. Right, okay. On to our next apartment. Now, remember, guys, this is about getting an investment apartment in the area that we are looking at. The next one we're going to be looking at is this one. This is going for, hopefully you can see that. You should be able to see that on screen. Yes, you can. Right, okay, so this is another investment apartment in that particular area of Lekki. Yeah. Now, this is a 1-bed apartment on for 88 million naira. Million naira. So how much is that? How much is 88 million naira? Let's have a quick look. 88 million naira is 55,000 USD. How much pounds is that? That's 42,000 quid. Right, 42,000 pounds. Let's get back to it, which again is next to nothing. As far as I'm concerned, that is next to nothing. So what do you get for your money, right? What do you get in this 1-bed apartment? Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is a lovely apartment. I must say, I hate the color of these units, right? But you're getting the marble work surface, gas-fired hob. Now, this is a brand new apartment building. Right, I don't really like the colors, but who cares for the money, right? Who cares for the money? It's as simple as that. I mean, if you don't like the kitchen, just change it. I don't like the tiles, I don't like the color of the walls, but you can change all these things, right? Just think about the money. Think about what you're paying and where the apartment is. And I'm going to be really honest. I don't like this exterior either. But you get a swimming pool, you get a pool. It's gated, and the rooms are huge. No doubt, if it's you're buying off plan, so if it's a show apartment that you're buying, probably isn't. I mean, we're looking at a show apartment, right? But I mean, look at the size of the furniture. So you can see how big this place is. This place is huge. Now, remember, you're just buying it as an Airbnb, or to put on Airbnb, or to stick on Booking.com or some sort of website. That's why you're buying it. But when you're there, I mean, look how big this place is. This place is huge. You're not going to get, for that amount of money, trust me, you're not even going to get this in Accra. And I know, because I've looked on that in Accra. Yeah, go and check out my other streams about property, apartments and houses in Accra that I've done before, right? You are not going to get anything this size for the money. It's just not possible. This is huge, man. What you're getting for the money, you're getting a lot for the money. Yeah, you're just gonna have to look past this horrible exterior, right? Hopefully you can see that, by the way. Anyway, that's the pool, and this place is still going up. It's still being built, so you're buying off plan, and it says it here, right? So let's see what they've got, or what you would get for your money, right? So you get a beautiful one-bedroom unfinished apartment with a swimming pool, gym, and an elevator. So remember, what we look for in terms of making money, in terms of holiday lets, somewhere where you can go, right, for your peace of mind, guys. Basically, you get a gym, you get a swimming pool, an elevator, because obviously it's a tall building. You're buying off-plan. See, what else do they say? Prices: 1-bedroom studio flat, 61 square meters. Agency fees 5%. That's actually quite a lot. That's more than what I'm sure that's more than what they would charge in the UK. But anyway, I think in the UK it's about 3%, but maybe you can barter that down maybe. So you get swimming pool, there's an elevator in the building, fully equipped gym, kids playground, multiple balconies, creche, tranquil green areas, 24/7 electricity, 24/7 security. So basically there's a backup generator. So that means where it says 24/7 security, it means you've got a concierge desk, luxurious finishes, stamp concrete floor. Got no idea what that means. Fully fitted kitchen. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go and check that out. I think it's important to know. Extractor, microwave. So it's part furnished, spacious living area, absolutely. Beautifully fitted wardrobes, security house, gorgeous lighting, bath, obviously. Actually, no, because most of these apartments have only got, or at least the ones that I looked at in Accra, have only got a shower room. What these people are saying is that, no, you get a bathroom with a bath. Right, so that's another big difference. Dining area, spacious ensuite bathrooms, boys' quarters, 3-bedroom only. All right, okay. So basically you get boys' quarters. And for those of you that don't know, boys' quarters basically means a servant or you call it what you want, servant, somebody that you would hire to live in. One of the rooms, basically. But guys, we're not looking at the 3-bedroom versions. We're only looking at the studio, so that doesn't count. Prestigious neighborhood, close proximity with all major beaches, restaurants, shopping malls. Now, remember, if you're trying to stick this out on Airbnb, that is what you want to see, which is why I chose this. So even though personally I do not like the exterior of the building, it's not to my taste, the bottom line is this would rent on Airbnb because of what you get here, right? And because of the location. Yeah. CCTV. What I'm going to do later on in the stream, I'm going to be looking at the beaches as well, because the beaches in this area, as far as I'm concerned, are second to none. Second to none. So yeah, that is a brilliant one. This is the estate agent that's selling this one. Afri Homes Limited. That's their contact details. there. Just remember, I am not getting paid for this. I'm not getting sponsored by, honestly, you can believe me. You don't have to believe me, but I'm not getting any sponsorship from Nigeria Property Center. I'm going to look in the future to see if they will give me sponsorship. But at the moment, no, I'm doing this because I love you guys. And I want all of you men, especially black men in particular, living in Western countries, to find a life. Let's face it, guys. I'm just going to be deadly honest with you. From the microaggressions to the macroaggressions, from the racism that, and this is not me crying wolf or crying about it, whatever. it's just a point of fact, isn't it? To the racism that we have to get used to suffering from the day we're born, right, until the day we die, if we continue living in the West. To the fact that actually, I don't know what the percentage of marriages that end in divorce and all the rest of it. I'm not crying about it. I just point of fact. How about considering the possibility of setting up a life somewhere else? That is what we're dealing with. That's what the stream's all about, guys. It's just about saying this is another possibility. It's just another possibility. And for the money that something like this is going to cost and what you get in the building and the way that you can make money from it, it's as far as I'm concerned, for me, it's a no-brainer. I've never been to Nigeria, but I do plan to visit and do a proper good scout around, do what I normally do when I travel to another country to look at property. When we're in Ghana, what I did, I scheduled with a load of estate agents in Ghana. I scheduled it from the UK. And the idea was I looked at one property. God, what was it? I think it was one property every 45 minutes or was it every hour? I can't remember now. So in one day, we saw 6 properties and land as well. All right, so we were there for 2 weeks. Pretty much for 10 of those days, we saw pretty much 4 to 6 properties a day, right? To the point where, honestly, I had to film the different properties because I was actually beginning to get them all confused, right? But that's what you do. When you travel to another country, especially, any other country, and you're looking at property, schedule your appointments before you leave. When you get to the country where you're looking at property, you cement the appointments, get the estate agent to pick you up at your hotel and get them to take you around. Any estate agent that tries to charge you money for them to take you to see a building, just basically delete their number and go to another one. That's the way you do it. Let them pick you up, right? And either bring you back to your hotel or drop you to the next property. Does that make sense? Right? That is what you do. You plan the whole thing before you leave. That's what you do. All right? Trust me. Right? Just schedule out the whole thing, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right? Or when, put an hour in there when you're going to eat around midday. Bring lots and lots of water, some sunglasses, and a backup power pack for your mobile phone, right? Yeah. And that's it. That's what you do. You organize the whole thing, put the whole schedule, the whole rota on a Google slide sheet so you can access it on your mobile phone. And it's business. Treat it like it's business. After you've seen all your properties, sit down around about 6 or 7, go through it all. All the ones you're not interested in, delete them. The ones you're interested in, either put an offer on or go and see it again, or at least go and speak to the agent, right? Find out who owns it, do your own due diligence, ring up your guy in the equivalent of Nigeria's land registry, find out who owns it. Don't pay. With all these guys, you're actually buying it off the developer, off the building company. So that's a slightly different ball game. You're not buying a house, right? You're not buying land. And again, this is why it's a little bit safer to buy a place in one of these purpose-built apartments, because all of that crazy paperwork about ownership and who owns it and all the rest of it, it's all been dealt, it's all been done and dusted and sort of taken care of. Yeah. Okay. So that is another one. I think that's a really, really good one, even though I hate that exterior. I think this is a money maker, and this is still off plan. Right, let's look at something else really quick. Right, okay, so this was added on the 1st of August, last updated late last month. So this is a good one, right? So they're still building it. So that's a recent picture. So they're still selling these. So that is worth a look. That is definitely worth a look. Right, okay, so let's go to something else. Let's go to this one, shall we? Right, hopefully you can see that. Let me check. Yes, you can. Right, so listen, if you're here for the first time, right, like the video, hit the subscribe, right, so you get notifications every time we go live. Don't leave here without subscribing or hitting the like. Guys, I'm trying to build the channel, right? So it really helps if you subscribe, or at least if you hit the like, right? So definitely do that, right? It's really, really important, because the bottom line is, what I'm trying to do is actually spread the word to men in general, black men in particular, that, hey, guess what, right? There's opportunities, there's life opportunities outside of the West. There's other places we can be. There's other places we can live very, very comfortably, thank you. We don't have to be here, right? We don't have to be here. It's not a closed market. Whether you live in London, whether you live in LA, whether you live in Chicago, whether you live in Leeds, whether you live in New York, wherever you live in the West, or even if you live somewhere on the African continent, right? It's not a closed market. You've got options elsewhere that are economically viable. Really important. Now, as I said, later on in the stream, we are going to be looking at ways of making money, right? We will do that later on. We're going to look at the top 10 ways, top 10 small business startups. We're going to be looking at that, because I'm not actually saying you should be going to Nigeria and trying to find a job. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm actually going to be saying that you should be looking to go to Nigeria and starting up business. That is really what I'm saying. I might do a stream at some point about available lines of work, but really it's about setting up business. But anyway, look, let's carry on. So this is a 1-bedroom flat going for 115 million naira at a place called Periwinkle Estate, Lekki Phase 1. Right, so first of all, let's look at how much 115 million naira is. Right, so let's look at how much 115 million naira is. So 115 million naira is 55,000 pounds, right? Let's look at how much USD that is. That's 72,000 USD. So as far as I'm concerned, again, this is a good apartment. That is completely affordable. 72,000 USD, 55,000 quid. Right, let's look to see what we're getting, what you're getting for the money. Right, let's close some of these other ones down so I don't confuse myself. Let's close that one down as well. Let's close that one down as well. Right, okay, and let me do this. Bear with me. Yeah, cool. Right, okay, and let's share that tab again. Right, okay, so 1-bedroom apartment. So what do you get for the money? Now, we've got 16 pictures. Let's see if they're going to give us, and these are all artist impressions. Remember, I tried to look at off plans, so these are always artist impressions. This is a picture, if you like, from their show flat of the interior. So you're going to get molded ceilings. This is beautiful, basically. So for that money, look at what you're getting, right? You're not, more than likely, you're not going to be getting the furniture, but you can get, this gives you an idea of what the building's going to look like. So this is the concierge or security desk. So Tom, Dick and Harry can't just walk in and walk into this apartment building, they got to get past the security or the concierge desk. Now, remember, if you're going to put this on Airbnb or booking.com, this is ideal, because what normally happens, they would rock up, your guests from Airbnb. And if you've ever used Airbnb, then, you get the idea. As an Airbnb client, you would walk up, you would get the key right from the desk, and then you would either get shown to your apartment, or they would explain where your apartment is, right? So this is the hallway, this is the concierge, lifts in the building. Now remember, this is all artist impression, but I think you get the idea generally of the fixtures and fittings, not necessarily the furniture. Right, this is the common space. You can see it's a common space because obviously you've got table tennis and all the rest of it. Nice common space. Not you can see a pool table there and table tennis. They may not have that there, but they might do. This is a restaurant, and you get all of this in the building. You get a bar. Now remember, guys, this would be your Airbnb, right? This would be so you would own it outright. Stick it on Airbnb, stick it on booking.com when you're not there. Get someone to manage it for you. This is their gym, a lovely gym, big windows. This is something worth having. You would get this, the people in this building would either manage your Airbnb on your behalf, or you would just find yourself your own private company. They would manage it, they would clean it, they would be at the beck and call of your guests, and all you would do is collect the money. Right? It's as simple as that. And it is literally that simple. How do I know? Because me and the wife, we basically, we've used Airbnb in Ghana, not Nigeria, but in Ghana, loads of times. Lovely swimming pool. So this is a nice place, man. This is a nice place. There's obviously a film on YouTube.
From the developers of landmarks like Longonot Heights, Quantum Place, Lunar Courts, all sold out and completed,
all of their places.
to the highly sought-after 7 central residences in Lekki, which is now fully sold out, and the stunning Cove Towers Lekki, which is already 80% sold out. We proudly present our latest masterpiece.
They've got places.
Gazania Park,
they've got flats,
an extraordinary development.
I'm not going to bother playing that simply because it's not real. Oh, here we go. Right, so this is the building we're looking at.
Gazania is home to a remarkable collection of residences.
Really showing us
we offer luxury 1-bedroom apartments, 2- and 3-bedroom apartments.
And I forget it. They're not really showing us anything we're not seeing. And just make sure that you're seeing this. Yes, you are. Right, okay. So hopefully you get the idea with this. Yeah, hopefully you get the idea with this. Well, okay, so let's look to see what they're actually giving away. Not giving away, but what you're getting. So you're getting, it says here, situated in Periwinkle's estate, Lekki Phase 1. Gazania Park offers unparalleled luxury in a prime location. Make that a bit bigger. Just check that you can actually see it again. Yes, you can. With our early bird deals on Gazania Park, you can secure your property in Periwinkle Estate with just 10% down payment. I think that's standard in Nigeria, and enjoy easy balance payments, easy balance payment plans across 24 months. So that's really brilliant as far as I'm concerned. Features: fitness and wellness center to stay fit and healthy with our state-of-the-art facility, spacious apartment to experience comfort and ample space for living and entertainment, stunning views over the Periwinkle Estate skyline, panoramic lifts to ascend to your home with style and grandeur. So basically, it sounds like it's one of those exterior lifts where you can see out. Secured access and parking with top-notch security for you and your vehicle. Top-tier fire control system. Response 24-hour concierge just a call away from you anytime you need it. So basically, someone's on the desk 24 hours. Ample parking spaces to accommodate your vehicles. Exclusive Namansti Spa, never heard of that. I think it's a brand, a company that's situated inside your building. Spa for tranquility and rejuvenation. That's really, really nice. Again, for your guests, for your Airbnb guests, that is a massive plus. Experience the ultimate luxury living at Gazania Park. Okay, so in this apartment, you get 2 toilets. Oh, 2 bathrooms, 2 toilets, 1 bedroom. So for the money, you're getting a hell of a lot for the money, guys. You're getting a hell of a lot for the money. So let's have a quick look to see where Periwinkle Estate is. All right, so if I do this, if I copy that, let's see if it's going to let us look at where this is. Let's share that. So hopefully you can see that. Let's look to see if it's going to allow us a view of where this is. This is probably not, it's probably a better way of doing that, but it doesn't matter. Right, okay, so is that it? Looks like it. So if let's do the images, right? So is that it? Let's have another little look just to make sure. Don't want to get this wrong. Don't want to be showing you guys something that is completely incorrect. Right, okay. No, I don't think that's it. You know. That's somewhere else. That is somewhere else. All right, let's do this. All right, that's the only place that's actually coming up. It's a bit weird. That's the only place that's actually coming up. Unless that's it. Is that right? Let me just check. Bear with me. I think it's worth getting this right, guys. All right. I think this is the one. So let's do that. Is that the one? Is this the one? I don't think so. It's just showing us loads of stuff probably that this company's got again. Let's go back here. I really want to get this right because I think the building is worth looking at. Let's see if I can find it. Right, okay. Probably not. It's a shame. Right, anyway, I think the building is right, Lekki Phase 1. Right, okay. Anyway, right, this is Phase 1, right? So I think this whole area there, it didn't say Freedom Way. I've got a feeling it's down here. Right, I think. I've got a feeling I might be wrong, but I've got a feeling it's down there. So I might be wrong, but let's just do it anyway. Now, basically, this is right on the seafront, pretty much. And it's a building site. The whole place is being built up, which is a good sign, guys. That's not a bad sign. That's a good sign. I think we're in the wrong place, though. So you know what? Let's just come out of that. I mean, effectively, this building is around here somewhere. It's a bit sad that I couldn't do a pin drop, but not to worry. This building is around here somewhere. It looks like this one company's building in different places. I think that's basically what's going on. Where is that? No, that's something totally different. Look, that looks good though. I think we'll have a look at that another time. because I've not seen that place being advertised. But anyway, all right. So yeah, sorry I couldn't show you that, but not to worry. Let's just get back to this. Right, either way, right, that is a blinding property. For the money, right, 115 million naira, which is £54,000, and that is $72,000 USD, right? And that is what you get. You get all of this for that money, right? Really what we need to do is see how much you would earn on Airbnb as well. But you can make that part of your homework, right? Do go and check out how much these places rent for or let for on Airbnb or booking.com, right? Now, remember, this is, this would be your investment and somewhere where you can hang out when you feel like being in Lekki, when you feel like being in the best bit, the party town of Nigeria. All right. Okay, so I think that is a good one. We're going to move on. I think I'm just going to do one more of these, right? I'm going to do one more of these, and then we're going to look at ways of making money. Now, the next one we're going to look at, right, is another off plan. Again, it's a little bit more money, a bit disappointing because they only give you 2 pictures. Now, how can you sell anything with just 2 pictures? Now, I know it's off plan, but they should stick some artist mock-ups, anything of the rooms, right? So anyway, so you can see it's a tower block. It's got an exterior, well, it's got a lift with a glass front that whizzes up the side of the building. It's a high rise, probably looks like it's got about 15 to 20 floors, and it's on for 158,000, so 158 million naira, right? How much is 158 million naira? 158 million naira, $99,000, 99,000 USD, which is £75,000. I'm not gonna go any higher than this, guys. But I still think you're gonna see what you get for the money is amazing. Let's get back to it. What you get for the money, share tab. Let me just check that you can actually see this. Let's move it down here. Right, you can see it. Right, so what do you get for the money? What do you get for the money? So it's a 1-bedroom studio flat. Right, this one's going to be high end. It's on, just to say, it's on it's on Victoria Island as well. Now, Victoria Island is prime, right? The real estate in the area is prime real estate. But let's look to see what you actually get. Now, you're buying off plan. Maybe it's a new one, so they've not even got any artist impressions up yet, right? So it's a luxury apartment for sale, Victoria Island, right? Which means you'll be able to let it on Airbnb for a good amount of money, right? So it's a hotel suite studio apartment. You can get 1, 2, or 3 bedroom apartments in the building. You can get a 1 or a 2 bedroom loft or penthouse if you like. And there's also a 4 bedroom penthouse as well. Well, they call it a loft. And then there's a penthouse. I don't really know the difference, right? So what else comes with this? So the features are, all right, fully furnished rooms. So basically you're getting the furniture, right? So when you buy it, you don't have to worry about buying furniture. You can literally just buy it, stick it straight out for let. 5-star concierge. So this is top end, basically. Rooftop lifestyle, valet parking, a multi-level parking. There's a restaurant, private VIP lounge, indoor cinema, business cafe, spa and sauna, clubhouse, fitness center, health station. There's retail spaces, CCTV surveillance, high panoramic elevator, like what I said before, room amenities. This is top end. That's what it is. For the money, this is brilliant, right? For how much you'd be able to stick it out for on Airbnb. basically it's a party apartment, right? Smart home enabled, kitchenette, fridge, microwave, coffee maker, complimentary toiletries, Wi-Fi, internet connectivity, satellite TV, air conditioning. What else does it say here? Right, okay, so prices, hotel suites, 80.5 million naira, but we're bothered about the studio and the one bedrooms. How much did I say that was? Right, so that's we looked at 158 million naira, right, which was 75,000 pounds or 99,000 USD, right? So just do that again. Right, 158 million naira. Right, okay, so that is so basically we're looking at the studio. Well, the studio's less, 130 million naira, which is still available. And it says here that prices start at 82 point. So basically, you've got cheaper apartments in this building that are still up for grabs. Let's look to see how much 130 million naira actually is. So 130 million naira is 62,000 pound, or USD is 81. Just show you this so you can actually see it. So 130 million naira is 80, just say 80, just round it up, 82,000 USD, or in pounds, 62,000 quid, right? Which is more my level, right? That's more what I want to see. So let us get back to this. Right, okay, so hopefully you should be able to see that. Let me check. Yeah, cool. So that's what you get for your money. So you basically you get a luxury flat apartment, right, for that amount of money, right? For 62,000 quid or 82,000 USD, you get a luxury apartment with all of that you can stick out on Airbnb. And I'm going to make an assumption that you're going to get good money for that, and where you can stay when you're in Lagos, right? When you're in Lekki, when you feel like playing, you can be here, right? That's the bottom line of it. When you feel like playing, you can go and experience all of this. When you feel like playing. And remember, guys, this is not only about finding somewhere to play, this is about relocating your whole life. Now, you don't have to do any of this. You can buy a house if you want. You can buy land and build. The reason why we're looking at apartments is because it's easier just to rent out, to let out when you're not there. It's as simple as that. As you begin to relocate your whole life, I think this is a better way of doing it. Right, it's yeah, you got to have money up front. Obviously, if you want to buy land, it's a lot less money. If you want to buy land and build, that is less money. But doing this is less hassle, and you can earn money out of it as soon as you sign for it, or rather, because remember you're buying off plan. As soon as it's built, basically, then you're earning money off it. Yeah. You get a quicker rate of return on your investment than if you were to buy land and try to build. And I'm not knocking it. I know I've got friends that are building now, not in Nigeria, in Ghana. Right, but it's pretty much the same thing. So I think that is a good bet. Right. So when did it come on? Did they give us any dates? And by the way, that's the agent, right? That's dealing with this. Anne and was it Anne and Associates? That's their contact details. Yeah, that is their contact details. If you want to take a photograph of that or a screenshot or something, they got a website. If you want to know, if you're new here and you want to know what website this is Nigeria Property Center. I'm not getting paid for this, guys. I'm not getting paid for it. The only reason I'm doing this, number one, I'm looking for property in Nigeria. And number two, guys, listen, if you're looking for a better life, if you're looking for a more peaceful life, a more, I've got to say, a more stable peace, a more stable mindset, if you're looking for a place that lacks having microaggressions, macroaggressions aimed at you, if you're looking for somewhere where you can belong, if you're looking for a wife, right, a woman who believes in staying married, not just getting married, then guys, this difficult to do, this isn't a bad place to start to look. I don't think it's a bad place to start to look. Seriously. Yeah. Now, if you're new, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, all of that good stuff. You know what? We're going to do one more. And 1 minute. Let's just look at where Victoria Island is. Now, this is Victoria Island, right? So if I bring up the map, so let's take that down. Right. If I bring up the map, it really just tells us Victoria Island, doesn't it? It doesn't give us anywhere other than just Victoria Island. So let me do this. So in fact, we don't even have to do that, do we? We can just see where Victoria, so that is Victoria Island, right? That is Victoria Island. Let's do this. So if I do restaurants near Victoria, and I look at restaurants and bars simply to give you an idea of what's in the area. Right, so if I do restaurants and bars near Victoria Island, right, so there you go. So this gives us a bit of an idea of what you would be buying, basically, right? So if you're looking for a different kind of life, guys, we'll have a look at a couple of restaurants. I like restaurants. I like going out, right, with the wife, right? And I'm not saying you should be buying people you don't know dinner, right? I'm not saying you should become a dinner slave. I'm just saying. And by the way, eating in Nigeria, Ghana, anywhere else is a hell of a lot cheaper than any major Western city. It's the truth. And the food is at least as good. At least as good. This is I'm showing you this so you can just see the interior, right? Because, a lot of people think, oh, Nigeria, God, no, they live in mud huts. And people think some of the most ridiculous things. Seriously. This is a nice restaurant. By any standards, this is a nice restaurant. Don't believe the hype, guys. Don't believe any negative press. I'm going to keep saying it. Don't believe any negative press about Nigeria or any other African country. Go and see for yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. These are what you would call developing countries, right? But trust me, they are developing fast. And it's a young population. So if you're looking to have fun, right? If you're looking to have fun, if you're looking to contribute, right? Pour into another country, pour into people that look like you, Nigeria is a great place to stay. So to do that, in my personal opinion. That's a gorgeous restaurant. Let's look at one on the seafront. And have we looked at that one? We've looked at Cactus already. This is a new one. I've not seen this one, right? Let's have a look at this place. This is different. It's a nice vibe, man. And in a lot of these places, they have live bands and all that kind of stuff as well, right? So this, I don't know what kind of food this is. Well, that was just a pizza, wasn't it? Is this Spanish? I don't know. Don't look like Nigerian food to me, which is all right. That's a pizza. This is, I don't know, I think it's a Spanish restaurant or something. Or Italian, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe a fusion. But the food looks good, man. The food looks good. Although I'm gluten intolerant, so I don't know what they could feed me in this place, right? Because everybody hates gluten intolerant people. Nobody caters for us. But this is a vibe, man. That place is a vibe. I'm not going to play the video. That looks like a nice place. Have we looked at this place here? Let me have a look. And remember, that is don't want to get this wrong. This should be Victoria Island. That should be Victoria. Yeah, it is. That's Victoria Island. Got loads of. Basically, guys, you've got loads of places to eat and have fun and chill. You've got loads of bars. You've got, you're not going to be, you and your guests, anyone who rents your Airbnb is not going to be stuck for things to do and places to go. That is a crazy exterior. But this is different. Your guests and you are not going to be, that's nice. Your guests and you are not, that's nice. Sorry about that. Your guests and you are not going to be stuck for things to do, man. Wow. That's all right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to state the obvious, guys. I think you get the idea. Right, I'm not into pretty looking food like that, though, man. Listen. If I go to a restaurant, I want them just to give me a good, proper, big plate of food. I'm not into pretty food. I'm not into that. You might be, but no. When I go somewhere, I want a plate of food, man. I want to leave being filled up. So the pretty food is not. It might be your thing, but it's not my thing. When I go out to, that looks better. That looks like that looks like it's going to go some way to filling me up. But this looks like definitely an interesting place to hang out. Right, let's look at a bar, and then I'll look at another property. Let's find a bar. These are all restaurants. What's this place? Let's have a quick look. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, it's going to be no music. Are they gonna? Nope, I'm not gonna do that. Nah, there's nothing going on there. Let's have a quick look at this. Listen, if you go to any African country, man, just make sure you have the fish, whether it's fried or whatever, or poached. Or they don't poach it. I don't think steamed fish. You can always tell, right, a touristy type place, because they're always going to have burger and chips. Trust me, that's purely for tourists. This food looks good, man. This looks all right. That's a nice vibe. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. What's that? Steamed fish. Plantain. Right. So this looks like I like the look of the food. Right. You have to be fed, man. I like food, man. I like good food, man. I'm not gonna lie. I like good food. I like good food. Right. So that's that place. What are these other places? Again, this looks like a nice vibe, man. This looks like a nice bar stroke restaurant. This is a big old place. And it looks like they serve you a decent amount of food as well. Let's look for some nightclubs, right? So what I'm going to do, right, rather than restaurants, let's do nightclubs, right? Nightclub. See what comes up. I am curious. Right, so if I do that, right, okay, so. All right, okay. So, yeah, you got a whole heap of nightclubs around there as well, man. So you got a whole heap of bars, restaurants, nightclubs. Actually, you know what? If I turn the sound off, if I do that, is it going to, it's going to be not going to show us anything. No point. Whoops. Right, so you can hopefully get an idea of, see how many, yeah, there you go. So I don't know who that guy is. I don't know. Maybe he owns it. Maybe he's the DJ. God knows. But the bottom line is, oops, is that all? No. Stuck. Oh, there you go. The bottom line is you've got loads and loads. What? You've got loads and loads, basically. It looks like, let's find something whereby we can actually see some people. Bottom line is you've got loads of bars and clubs all over. Right? You've got lots and lots of bars and clubs all over. That is the bottom line. Now, remember, this is about you finding somewhere where you would want to be, somewhere with things to do, places to go. And when you're not there, somewhere that you can basically hire out, make money from. That is what this is all about. All right? That's what this is all about. All right? This looks like a nice place by the sea. Somewhere where there's a vibe, somewhere where there's things to do, somewhere where you want to hang out and your people that rent your place want to hang out, and recommend to other people as well. Yeah. Ooh. Guys, I've not said anything about the ladies yet. We're going to be doing a stream about the power of Nigerian women, but we're going to do that on a later stream. We're not going to do that here, all right? But yeah, enough said. But I think you get the idea. And this place is bang on the seafront as well. So that's a gorgeous. That place is called the Exchange Lagos Beach Club, right? What's that place? Rumours nightclub. I'm sure there used to be a Rumours in London back in the day. Say no more about that. I think you get the idea anyway. We want to see pictures of the actual place, not of some bloke sitting on the bonnet of a car. I don't like the look of that place, man. I wouldn't go there personally. That's not my speed. Club DNA Lagos. All right, okay, it's a purpose-built nightclub. This place looks all right. Looks packed. Come and show us the interior of the club, man. Come on, man. You're not interested in the exterior. So this is a big old club. If you're into going out to nightclubs might not be a thing, man. Oh, that's an interesting shot of the whole building. I'm just showing you what there is. That's it. Simple as that. Right. And by the way, if you want to, starting up a nightclub is a good business. Just buy an old warehouse, right? Deck it out, and then you got yourself a nightclub. Simple as that. Good business, man. Back in the day, many moons ago, a long time ago, that's what I used to do in London. We used to host nightclubs and that sort of thing. Haven't done it for many years, but it's fun. It's fun. But yeah, so clubs, nightclubs, all that sort of stuff is available for you if you choose to move to this area, or at least buy an investment property there. This place here looks gorgeous. This looks lovely. Just really a restaurant stroke bar. I mean, places like this, you'd go to eat and they'd have a DJ, they'd play, and the dressed up ladies would dance. That's basically it. What kind of fish is that? So hopefully you get the idea of the quality. What we're going to do now, I'm going to look at one more property and then we're going to look at businesses. All right. One more. Is it worth looking at one more property? How long have we been on? Let's check. Right. Okay. I'm going to go for a little bit longer. I'm going to do one more property and then we are going to look at business ideas. Right. One more property. Shall we do this one? Yeah, let's do this one. This is a nice one. Right, okay. So hopefully you can see that. Let me check that you can see it. Yes, you can. Right, okay. So this particular property is going for 131 million naira. It's on Victoria Island. We've just been looking at Victoria Island, right? Victoria Island extension, right? So let me go to our map. Let's share that tab. If I type in Victoria, if I type in Victoria Island extension, to see if it's actually going to come up. Extension. Right, okay. See what's going to come up there. Right, so yeah, I don't know. That was of little use, wasn't it? Victoria Island. Let's take that out. Extension. Is that right? Nah, it doesn't help. I mean, the bottom line is it is. I think it's over here somewhere. I think. But anyway, let's get back to the property. Let's get back to the property. Let's get back to the, where are we? We're on this one. Right, okay, cool. Now, remember, we're looking at, all of these properties are on Nigeria Property Center, right? This particular property is going for 131 million naira, right? Which is pretty much the same as the other one. That's 82,000 USD, which is 62.5 thousand pounds. Let's get back to this. Share screen on that. Move that down there. Right, so what do you get for the money? What do you get for the money? Let's have a little look. Right, so this is another off plan. All of these properties that I'm showing you are all off plan, right? This is, so basically these are all show apartments or computer generated images in terms of the room mock-up. But effectively, that's what it's going to look like. These are the prices. This is worth looking at, right? So on the second floor, looks like the first and second floor are either sold out or not available. But on the second floor, you've got 82 square meters going for 131,000 USD. And you've got other apartments as well that are all for sale. You can see it there. Third floor, 149,000 USD. Fourth floor, 137,000 USD. Fifth floor, 139,000 USD, and it goes on. This is the basic room layout. Hopefully you can see that. So you've got this is a big place. So you've got a bedroom, you've got a bathroom, you've got a separate kitchen, entrance. Is that a balcony or is that a room? I don't know what that is there, right? This is more than likely the living space. Don't know what that is there. So this is for the money. That's a big place for the money, right? So what does it say there very quickly? So one bedroom apartment offered within Trim and Nell Tower is well laid out to a net livable space of about 82 square meters, which comprises of living, dining space, ensuite bedroom, a fully fitted kitchen and a toilet, all on a single floor. Right, so this is the layout. This is worth looking at. I think hopefully you can see that. Let me check. Yep. Right, okay, so this is what you get, right? So balcony, right? Bedroom, that's the approximate size of the double bed. Built-in wardrobes, that's your ensuite toilet there, or bathroom. Kitchen, dining area and living area. That's probably a separate toilet. So this is for the money. This is a big place. Again, you're getting a whole heap of you are getting a whole heap of property for the money. Seriously, for the money. Yeah. Now remember, this is 62,000 quid. These apartments are cheaper than they are in Accra. Cheaper. Right? Cheaper. USD, 82,000 USD £62,000, right? You are getting a hell of a lot of apartment for the money. Now, again, I want to keep saying this. If you're new here, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do that. Why are we looking at apartments? This is the whole thing, guys, about you being able to make money in another country. In this case, Nigeria. We've been looking at Ghana. We've looked at Kenya. This is all about looking at money, looking at making money. Not just that, though. It's about finding another place to be. It's about getting out of your place and space in the West. It's about finding some kind of valuable living, a life, a purpose-driven life elsewhere. In this case, we've been looking at Nigeria. I've spent a long time earlier in this stream looking at restaurants, looking at bars, looking at all of that stuff. Because obviously, if you're going to be buying an apartment in another country, in this case, Nigeria, the question is, what have you got to do in that area? If you're going to be trying to stick this on Airbnb or Booking.com, whoever rents the place out, whoever lets the place is going to want to know what is there to do. So we've just spent 15 minutes. Go back in the stream a little bit. Check out what there is to do. Basically, you're talking about seafront, beachfront living. You've got the benefit in terms of any of these apartments on Victoria Island, Lekki, Phase 1, anywhere around there, Banana Island, Lagos. You've got the benefit of beach and seafront land, or sorry, beach and seafront apartments, right? Simple as that. So, guys, and look what you're getting for the money. You're not going to find this anywhere. You're just not going to find it. It's literally that simple. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find it anywhere. And remember, everything I'm showing you is about building off plan. So what else do you get? In fact, let's see if there's some sort of spec. Well, let's carry on. Now, these are all artist impressions. Obviously, you're not buying the masonette, so forget that stairs. These are just artist impressions. Concierge desk. So you're getting a lot for the money there. You're getting a whole heap for the money, right? So let us, hopefully you can see this. Right, let's give this a bit of a read. Let me check. Adangbi, good to have you aboard, sir. Right, so let's give this a bit of a read. Excuse me. Take a little sip of water. Okay, so property description from April 24th. So this one's only just come on, guys. Came on in April, right? And they expect the key, you to get your keys April 2027. So this is a long way down the road, actually. This is a long way down the road. Is it a good investment? I bloody well think so. I think so. I think this is a good investment. I mean, if you want to buy somewhere to get it next year, there's, we've looked at properties earlier in this stream, right? But this is a good investment, man. Where are we now? We're 2024. So basically, this is 2.5 years away. Yeah, minimum 30% deposit, 10 floors, Trimnell Towers, 10 apartments of 1 and 2 bedrooms. You're buying off plan. There's 5 elevators in this building in lovely Victoria Island, Lagos. This is probably a bit of stuff written by ChatGTP, but let's read it anyway. Introducing an exceptional residential development featuring 10 meticulously designed 1 and 2 bedroom apartments measuring 3,000 square feet, 5 elevators nestled in a sought-after location. This development exemplifies modern living at its finest. The exterior of the building boasts contemporary architecture, combining sleek lines and stylish finishes, blah, 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 blah. I'm not reading stuff written by ChatGTP. Each of the 10 units of 1 and 2 bedroom apartments offers a spacious living area, providing a seamless flow between the living, dining, and kitchen spaces. The kitchens are blah, 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 blah. Right, I'm going to read that. The crown jewel of this development is the 5 elevators. I wonder why. The development boasts panoramic views and expansive living spaces. The house exemplifies luxury living, featuring large living areas, multiple bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms, and exclusive amenities such as private terrace, garden, and swimming pool. Residents of this development can enjoy access to communal facilities such as landscape gardens, a swimming pool, and ample parking spaces. Situated in prime location, this residential development offers easy access to essential amenities, shopping centres, leisure options, ensuring a convenient and comfortable lifestyle for its residents, and buy-to-let, Airbnb bookings. In summary, this development comprises blah, blah, blah. I've read all that already. Let's look at this. Right. Okay, guys, so this is what you're getting for the money. Now, just remember, right, how much does this cost? It's £62,500, 82,000 USD. So that's what you're getting, right? So what do you get? You get rooftop entertainment, you get a swimming pool, you get a gym. They love their 5 elevators. Parking spaces is probably more than likely allocated parking specific for your apartment. Rooftop entertainment floor. Fully furnished smart home features. I think you're also going to get a cinema in this one. CCTV. There's going to be a concierge as well. Tom, Dick, and Harry just can't walk in from the pavement. Automated access control, spiral stairs, more than likely in the 3-bed options, not in your studio flat. Fully fitted kitchen, large living areas, exclusive sit-out balcony. Payment plan, 30% deposit. One bed is 82 square meters, priced at 131,000 USD. Is that the one we've just been looking at? I think it is. Just check. Let me just check. Yep, that's the one we're looking at. Let's get back to this. Completed in 24 months completion date. Land size 3,000 square meters. So yeah, I mean, that is a good one. That is a good one. This is just, pretty much recently been updated, right? You get 2 toilets, 2 parking, 2 allocated park spaces as well. Now remember, this is on at Nigeria Property Centre. I am not being paid to advertise in any way, shape, or form. Guys, this is just about trying to say to you guys, there is life for Black men outside of the West. That's what this is all about. Okay, this is the estate agent, Diamond Partners estate agent. See, they're based in Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Do go onto the website. Well, there's their phone number. No, sorry. Yeah, phone number. That's their Nigeria phone number. Yeah, but do go onto the website. I don't know why they're not showing that. But anyway, that's that. Unless that's a WhatsApp number. Maybe, that's the WhatsApp number. That's the phone number. Do go onto the website and visit. Do go onto this website, Nigeria Property Centre, in order to see what other properties they've got available, or this particular company's got available. What else is there to say about this other than that? This is a brilliant property for the money, in terms of making money as well. I'm going to keep on saying it, guys. You can stick it on Airbnb, Booking.com, any of those holiday let websites. Yeah, that is what you can do with that. So again, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Definitely do so. Right, what we are going to do now, right? Let's take a little break from looking at properties. Right, what I want to do now is this. Now, some of you are going to be saying, yeah, but how can we earn a living, or can we earn a living? Can we earn a living while we're in Nigeria? If I want to relocate to Nigeria, how am I going to make a living? So what I've brought up for you is exactly that. What I brought up for you is exactly that. All right. So let's get back to this. So, okay. So what small business ideas can I easily start in Nigeria? Right. We're going to go through this little list. Right. And, again, it's, there's a million others. This is just a list that I literally just found off the web. I actually found 2. What small business ideas can I start in Nigeria? So let's go to the first one, right? So, and again, this is not going to be for everyone. These are just simply ideas, all right? Now, remember what I said before. This is not about really going to Nigeria and trying to find a job. This is about going to Nigeria and starting up a business, adding value to the country where you're going, basically. That's what this is all about, all right? I mean, obviously, you can go into something like teaching. You could teach in an international school if you want. That's a whole nother ballgame, but you can easily go and do that. You can find those jobs quite easily on the internet from your country, yeah? But anyway, right, so the first one, number 1, right? Offer a catering service. Number 1, offer a catering service. Let's just have a little read of this. So do you love to cook? Launching a catering business may be the perfect small business idea for you. You can cook from home and cater for other local events. This is a lucrative business idea that you don't need a huge capital injection to start. Besides the cost of food items, you may also have to hire a few employees as you book more events. And I just want to say one thing about hiring people, guys. Finding good people to hire in any country isn't easy. Whether you're in the UK, whether you're in the States, whether you're emigrating to Africa from the Caribbean, and on the African continent, in Nigeria, anywhere you go, finding good staff is hard, right? So building your team as you expand is your absolute number one priority. Basically, they will make you or break your business. Good staff will make or break your business. Trust me. Finding good people, yeah? Your bill and service charge should cover these expenses. Right, okay. Right, number 2, I'm not going to play the video. I think you get the idea. And I'm not saying you should necessarily cook outside either. That's just traditional cooking, right? Okay, number 2, start a palm oil storage business. Start a palm oil storage business. Now, palm oil is used, if you like, as a traditional oil in Nigerian cooking. I wouldn't cook with it. My wife is half Nigerian, half Ghanaian. She's a nutritionist by trade. I'm going to have her on the platform. We're going to be talking nutrition, all things nutrition and food at some point. But she doesn't cook with palm oil, right? So palm oil it's not the greatest oil to cook with because it solidifies. It literally goes hard in your body, right? So I wouldn't recommend palm oil. I would recommend possibly olive oil or some other kind of oil, but palm oil, I know it gives that authentic Nigerian taste to your cooking, but it's not necessarily the most healthiest of oil, but there you go. So anyway, leveraging the palm oil trade can unlock Nigeria's lucrative small business opportunity. Here's how to start. And this website, I'll put all the links in the description. I'm not going to click on it now, but anyway, this link takes you to where, gives you more information about how to start a palm oil storage business. So from February to April, when the palm kernel prices dip, buy palm oil at its lowest cost, then store it away until July, the peak season, when demand surges. By reselling the stored palm oil during the high demand period, you can enjoy substantial profit margins ranging from 50 to 60%. I do now remember somebody on YouTube running a palm oil business. It was a woman. God, was it Woody Meyer or was it someone else? Had a look around their business. I can't remember that anyway. But yeah, they ran this business. I think they were a Nigerian returning from the US or the UK. I can't quite remember, but this was the business they were running. This strategic approach taps into the seasonal fluctuations of palm oil prices, allowing you to maximize your investment. Embracing small business ideas like this is very simple. It is about understanding the market dynamics and timing your actions right. With careful planning and attention to price trends, you can create a substantial source of income. This small business idea shows how a simple strategy and knowledge of local market patterns can bring impressive returns. So that's the whole idea of starting a palm oil storage business. Okay, remember, subscribe to the channel, hit the like if you're getting any value from this at all, guys. Okay, so business idea number 3, transport business. Now, my brother, one of my oldest brothers, he had the idea of returning back to Jamaica and starting a transportation business or a bus service in Jamaica. You know, those little cho-cho buses, right? And listen, all over the black world, right, the transport is exactly the same, right? If it's buses, it's the little cho-cho buses. Although in Jamaica, you have got the sort of you've got the regular sort of double decker buses or whatever, coach buses. You've got those in Jamaica. You've had those in Jamaica now for many years, but they've still got the little cho-cho buses that you'd find all over the Caribbean, all over Africa as well. It's quite interesting how wherever we are, we tend to do things in a very similar way. But anyway, starting the transportation business can be a great way to make money, but it needs careful planning. And I suggest you plan everything. First, create a solid business plan, pick a catchy and relevant name, and set your prices. Choose the right business structure like a sole proprietorship or LLC. I can't remember what LLC stands for. Something about being a limited liability company, maybe, I don't know. Register your business with the correct authority. Get an EIN. No idea what that stands for, guys. Do your own research. And ensure you have all the necessary licenses and insurances so that they don't sling your backside in prison. Plan your finances. Open business bank accounts and secure funding through loans or grants. Build a good fleet of vehicles and hire skilled staff. Hire skilled people who are going to work. Yeah. Finally, promote and pay them well as well. Pay your people, man. Pay your people decent money. Finally, promote your business with a strong marketing strategy to attract customers. Just all the basic stuff when it comes to business to attract customers and grow your business. Okay, next one. Number 4, establish a security agency. Security is not the sole responsibility of government. The need for excellent security services in Nigeria is on the rise. Starting a security agency in Nigeria involves several key steps. First one must register the business with the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, and meet specific requirements, including a detailed business plan, proof of financial capability, and security personnel training programs. Additionally, obtaining a private security license from the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps is mandatory, necessitating fulfilling criteria such as background checks, office inspection, and submission of relevant documents. Comprehensive preparation and adherence to regulatory standards and essential are essential for establishing a successful security guard services company in Nigeria. Okay. Invest in property, which is pretty much what we've been talking about. All right, and I'm assuming they're going to, well, let's just read it. Investing in Nigerian real estate offers several ways to build wealth. Rental properties provide steady income from tenants. Commercial real estate yields high returns, which is why we're talking about it, but needs more upfront investment. Absolutely. House flipping involves buying, renovating, and selling properties quickly. And again, flipping houses, we do that all over the UK, all over the US, I'm sure. You know, it's not new. So house flipping involves buying, renovating, and selling properties quickly for profit. Real estate investment trusts offer stable returns without owning property. I really suggest you guys have a good look at that. Crowdfunding pools funds from diverse projects, developing land. So basically, when you crowdfund, you can basically buy property using other people's money. Developing land into properties can bring substantial profits. I mean, that's going to bring you more profit than anything else. You just got to buy the land in the right place. Make sure that the person you're buying it from actually has the legal right to sell you the land. Yeah, so you got to do a whole load of research before you buy any land whatsoever. Yeah. Just to let you know, right? Land buying scams on the African continent, not so much in the Caribbean these days, but land buying scams on the African continent, right, is actually the highest litigation, more so than any other form of litigation or court case in every African country, right? It's about, you know, people selling land that they haven't got the right to sell. So you've really got to do your due diligence when it comes to buying land in any African country. Buy and hold strategies generate income and property value growth over time. So basically it's about just buying the land and just holding it. You know, property and land prices rise, you sell it on, right? So I think you could do more than that. I've got friends that own land in Ghana. They're just sitting on it and not doing anything with it. And, you know, the land has gone up in value. I just think, you know, you could just build houses on it and then sell. You know, that's just my opinion. Joint ventures spread risk. So in other words, you can invest with your family or trusted professional friends, if you've got any. You know, and don't get me wrong, sometimes family and friends are not the best people to go into business with, not the best. But, you know, you've got to use your own judgment around that, right? Yeah. These options cater to different investor goals in Nigeria's expanding, you know, rapidly expanding property real estate market. I'm going to run through the rest quite quickly. Poultry farming in Nigeria is a gold mine. Again, I've seen loads of videos around poultry farming, not in Nigeria, but in Ghana, right? Definitely worth a look at that. Yeah. Rental services, renting what? Let's have car rental services. Is that right? The rental services industry is broad in Nigeria, covering car rentals, event rentals such as canopies and chairs, and house rentals. So that's a massive, you know, basically anything. Yeah, anything. Basically find out the need and then basically start up a rental business in that area. Pretty much as simple as that. Snail farming. And again, I did see a video, I think a Woody Meyer video. So that would have, I don't know what country the snail farmer was in, but yeah, you know, again, this is another, believe it or not, this is another business. This is another business, believe it or not. This is another business, right? Starting a snail farming business is relatively easy and requires minimal investment. Let's move on really quick. And again, guys, with all of these, do your own due diligence and your own research. Sports viewing centers business. Yeah. So sports viewing, I'll read it first and I'll come back. Sports viewing centers have become a popular business opportunity in Nigeria. Many individuals in villages, towns, and cities do not have direct access to sports channels. Yeah, so that's like ESPN, Sky Sports, and that sort of thing, and rely on viewing centers to watch their favorite games. So basically, in London, we've got, there's loads of sports bars all over central London. Basically, you go there, get a pint, you've got loads of screens all around the bar, and you could just stay there all day, all night, go with your mates on the weekend. You could watch the boxing, watch the Olympics, that we've just had, watch all kinds of sports. And it's a lot of fun because you're with your friends, you're eating, you're drinking, and you're just having a laugh. When I was in Ghana, they got the same thing, slightly different, right? But basically, again, a place where guys can and women can just go hang out and just watch sport, right? And it's massive. And we were in one sport. It's funny. We were in one sports bar in, God, where was that? In Accra, and the guys were making. I mean, I couldn't speak Tree at the time. I still can't, right? I'm pidgin Tree, if that makes sense. But basically, there was a load of mates, right? But they were having one long argument about Arsenal playing, I don't know, Chelsea, was it? Arsenal, or was it? Anyway, two English teams, Liverpool versus Manchester United, because in Ghana, they love English football, right? Right? They were arguing about this game, about 5 guys with about 10 guys watching, just laughing. Basically, it's a good laugh. They were arguing about the game, right, for about 2 hours. It's funny just watching them. It's just, I didn't understand a word they were saying. And some of the guys we were with had to translate. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, it's funny. But yeah, sports bars are massive. Basically all over West Africa, man. They're nuts for football, nuts for any sport, right? So that's a big one. That is a big one. Easy business to set up and run. As long as you got a Sky connection, as long as you got ESPN or some sort of thing like that, set up a really nice bar, lots of screens, and they will come. It's as simple as that. That is a good business. And it's an easy business idea because all you need to do is you just need to know how to run a bar and maybe sell some easy food, right? So if I'm really honest with you, that is one that I'm considering. That is one. Just get a venue. One side of the venue could probably be a sports bar. The other side could probably be a nightclub. It's as simple as that. So both of them could be literally open at nighttime, but you take your pick. You can either go to the sports bar or go to the nightclub, all on one site. Just buy an old warehouse and just chop it up and convert it. So that for me is a brilliant idea, personally, right? Guys, Nigeria is a hot country, right? So number 10, ice block production. In Nigeria, where power supply is often unreliable, unless you've got a backup generator, ice blocks are necessary for cooling food and drinks. Ice block production is a steady business, believe it or not, with high demand, especially in areas with limited access to electricity. Right? To start an ice block production business, you must invest in the necessary equipment, secure a suitable factory site, hire staff, reliable staff that is, and arrange for efficient delivery. I'll put a link in the description. You could read the rest. So yeah, if you're into that, that's another business idea. Right. Number 11, pure water, sachet water production business. If you've never heard of sachet water, when I was in Ghana, basically a lot of schools get supplied with water in plastic little bags, right? Now, that's a business. So pure water, also known as sachet water, is an essential commodity in Nigeria and in every West African country. It is a cost-effective and convenient option for clean drinking water, making it a staple in houses. Basically, it's cheaper than the bottled water, all right? And Yeah. Actually, that's different context. Stepping in households, offices, and events. To start a pure water production business, you will need to obtain the necessary permits and licenses, invest in water treatment equipment, and secure a reliable distribution network. So basically, you would build up your distribution network. You would build up your distribution network over time, basically showing that you're reliable, that you've got a good product, all that regular stuff, good business practice, in any country. Ensure strict adherence to quality standards and providing prompt delivery, reliability will help you build a good, reputable brand. Whoops, get rid of that. Right, okay, number 12, photography. How much of this we got left? I'm going to stop. Let me just run through these really quick. Right, where are we? Photography business. Photography is a highly lucrative small business idea that offers a creative fulfillment alongside potential financial success. With the increasing demand of high quality visual content across social media, websites, and print media, it's a massive growing area, right? Basically, you've got to know, guys, West Africa is booming. They want skills in every area. It's as simple as that. Skilled photographers are in constant demand. I'm going to move on. I think there's a lot of technical stuff there about quality camera, mirrorless cameras. I'm using a mirrorless camera there. If you don't know what a mirrorless camera is, just get online and just have a look. Road transport business. Did we not just talk about that? The road transport sector in Nigeria is lucrative, with millions of people relying on road transportation for their daily activities. Let's get into work and all the rest of it. All right, so what we looked at before was probably transporting goods. This is probably more like bus services, maybe. Starting a road transport business allows you to cater to the transportation needs of individuals and businesses. Ice cream production business. Yep. Ice cream remains one of the most popular snacks and confectionaries worldwide. In Nigeria, and Nigeria is a hot place. In Nigeria, the demand for ice cream is high, with adults and children consuming it regularly. Starting an ice cream production business presents a lucrative opportunity for beginners looking to enter the food industry. With ice cream's timeless appeal and high profit margins, newcomers can capitalize on diverse customer preferences by offering unique flavors or specialized products. So basically, you can open up an ice cream parlor. In the UK, we've got two very popular ice cream parlors. We've got one called Creams, and we've got another one called Casper's. It used to be one company, and I think it's owned by friends, and then they had the falling out, massive court case. Cut long story short, the judge, this is in the UK, right, basically said, right, you're going to have half the shops and you're going to have half the shops, and both companies are blossoming. You've got Creams all over the UK, you've got Casper's all over the UK, and they look very similar in the way they look, but yeah, anyway, used to be one company. So yeah, ice cream parlor in Nigeria. Again, this is one that I think anyone can do, and you don't really, it doesn't seem to me that you need to know a whole load about I think it seems easier to get involved in, maybe. Yeah. Tiger nut drink production. I have no idea what tiger nut is. Someone watching this is probably going to know better than me. Tiger nut drink, also known as kunun aya, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, probably not. Guys, if I'm butchering any Nigerian language, because I know there's different, then like, just guys, forgive me and correct me in the comments, all right? And again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff as well. Give us a like. Yeah. Is a natural and nutritious beverage made from the tiger nuts It is rich in nutrition and offers numerous health benefits. Really? I'm going to have to tell my wife about this, although she probably already knows, making it a popular choice among consumers. Starting a tiger nut drinks production business also allows you to tap into the growing market for health and nutritional beverages. Interesting. You can distribute your product to eateries, local food stores, and supermarkets. Basically, you'd be building up your client base. Providing a quality product and effective marketing will help you build a loyal customer base. And again, you've got the same difference with hibiscus drinks production. But I think you get the idea. Just check it out. That's hibiscus drink production. Hibiscus is the base of a lot of drinks that we consume in the West. Scrap metal collection business. Again, starting a scrap metal collection business can be a highly lucrative business in Nigeria, especially with the increasing demand for suitable practices and recycling. This business taps into multiple industries, automotive, construction, appliance manufacturing, that constantly generate scrap metal needing recycling. With the right approach, beginners can enter this field profitably. Do your own research around that. Sports betting. Wow, really? Opening up a betting shop. Okay. Sports betting has become a popular form of entertainment and an opportunity for entrepreneurs to make profits. Like many people worldwide, Nigerians enjoy betting on their favorite events. Guys, do your research, read up on that. It's not something I would get involved in, but we have to say it, right? Betting makes money, whether I want to admit that or not. It does. Simple as that. So if gambling is your thing, then there you go. All right. 19, beer parlor business. In other words, opening up a pub. Right. So after a long work day, many Nigerians like to unwind at beer parlors, enjoying a few bottles of beer and local delicacies. Starting a beer parlor pub, right, business allows you to cater to this need for relaxation and socialization. To start a beer parlor, secure a suitable location. It's all about location, location, location. Create a cozy ambiance and offer a variety of beers and things to eat. Providing excellent customer service and promoting a friendly atmosphere will attract customers and keep them coming back. Number 20, frozen food business. Really? The frozen food business is a lucrative venture in the food processing industry. Frozen foods such as fish, meat, chicken, turkey, and vegetables are in high demand in Nigeria. To start a frozen food business, you will need to invest in a reliable supply chain from farms, basically. Secure storage facilities and establish relationships with retailers and food vendors. Providing high quality frozen foods and ensuring timely delivery will help you build a strong customer base. 21, egg distribution building. I said this was the business, rather. I said this was the top 10, didn't I? Anyway, egg distribution business. Egg distribution stands out as a lucrative small business idea due to the high demand for eggs in Nigeria's thriving food market. Poultry farmers across states such as Ayo, Odo, and Ogun. Just check something out. Yeah, you can still see it. Rick's good to have you aboard, sir. Sorry, I've not been checking the chat, but Rick's great to have you here. Long time. I have been looking at your videos, Rick's, right? So don't think I've been ignoring you, bro. I've been watching you, right? Every time I see you live, I've been watching you. I've been watching you. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, so egg distribution business. Egg distribution stands out as a lucrative small business idea due to the high demand of eggs in Nigeria's thriving food market. Yeah. So literally, and the same in the UK, actually. Listen, farmers distribute a whole load of produce directly to restaurants. directly to restaurants. Simple as that. A lot of restaurateurs would go straight to farmers to buy their stuff. Right. So, yeah, egg distribution stands out as a lucrative small business idea due to the high demand of eggs in Nigeria's thriving food market. And again, not just restaurants, but also people who are making product want eggs. Poultry farms across states produce an abundance of eggs, providing ample supply opportunities for distributors with the ability to negotiate better rates when purchasing large quantities. Distributors can secure competitive pricing that boosts profit margins. So you can sell direct to people. You can sell direct to businesses, or you can basically sell them to a distributor. In other words, a wholesaler stroke middleman. Personally, I think it's better to sell straight to companies, straight to business. All right. Do your own research around that, guys. Do your own research. Logistics and delivery biz. How many of these are there? God, there's loads. Right. So I'm just going to read through the rest because there's actually loads. Right. Anyway, logistics and delivery business. The logistics and delivery sector is lucrative. Let's move on. Copyright business, believe it or not, the demand for great copywriting has grown significantly, absolutely, as businesses realize the importance of compelling content. Right. So in the UK, I mean, you know, my background's music. We've still got a whole load of copyrighted music that basically I'm still getting a trickle of money for. And, you know, I created the music literally 20 years ago. I'm still getting checks for it once a year now. So copyrighted music, you know, open source music that people can go and find on the web. Right. If you create it, stick it up to certain websites, you know, as long as copyrighted websites, the companies who owns the website, they're going to get paid, but you're going to get paid as well as the creator. Yeah. So copywriters, but what this is all about is you basically being the copyright company. I'm assuming that's what it means. Let's have a little reader. This is quite interesting. Copywriters are sought after to create persuasive ad copies, speeches, email campaigns, and more. I don't understand this as a business, but some of you that are going to watch this, I'm assuming, will do. Starting a copyright business requires good writing. I think I think I got it all wrong. I think this is about you being the writer, I think. Anyway, requires good copywriting skills, creativity, and understanding clients' needs. Ensure you have essential tools like a computer, internet. In other words, the cost to get into it is low. Start up your business by registering it and possibly getting insurance. Plan your business strategy, decide on it's all the regular stuff. But so that's an interesting one. Offer web development services. Yep. The technology market is expanding. You can learn web design and coding online and offer web development services from your home. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a brilliant one. Think about it. If you are looking to emigrate from wherever you are living in the West and you have this as a skill, you can take this skill anywhere. If this is you, you can take this skill anywhere to any country on the African continent, in this case, Nigeria. You could take this skill anywhere. You could take it with you. Work from home, set up your own business. Brilliant. Brilliant. This is one industry where you can make a lot of money if you are a techie, which I'm not. I've got basic tech skills, basically. I could use Photoshop and Final Cut Pro, although I don't use it very often. I can use, Adobe Premiere? I first used Adobe Premiere. Well, how many years ago was that? In 2000, 2001? Yeah, Adobe Premiere has been out that long. So if you've got good tech skills, this is for you, because you can go to any part of planet Earth, right? And work. It's literally that simple. Yeah. If you're IT, Begin with a thorough SWOT analysis to understand your strengths, weaknesses. Then, if you've never done a SWOT analysis, guys, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and targets, I think it is. Maybe I've got that wrong. Threats. Opportunities and threats, I think. But if you've never done a SWOT analysis, a personal SWOT analysis, do one. Establish a standout website, excuse me, showcasing your skills and services, offer a clear set of services and with competitive pricing, and consider building a skilled team to support your growth, skilled, reliable team to support your growth. Promote your business effectively through targeted marketing efforts. Continuously innovate and scale your services to meet client demands and grow your business effectively in the competitive web development industry. Yeah, it is competitive, but if you've got the skills, brilliant. And then there's a load of ideas on this website for business women. Open a daycare center, sew specialized uniforms. Guys can do this too. Sew specialized uniforms or special items. Makeup business, laundry service. A good friend of mine's got a laundry service in London. Earns loads of money doing that, servicing hotels and all the rest of it. That is a good business. Yeah, I'm not talking about just washing someone's clothes. I'm talking about doing the laundry services for hotels. You know, that's what I mean. Yeah, fashion boutique business. When we were in Marrakesh, quite interesting. There was a Islamic women's. There was a Muslim perfume shop. I didn't know that. Correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of Muslim women do not put alcohol in their perfume. So this shop was wall to wall with perfume. None of it had alcohol in it. And the smells were beautiful. Gotta say, it's amazing, right? So yeah, you could do the same thing here. The obvious hairdressing business to get your weave. I shouldn't say that. Natural hairstyle too, right? More business ideas for men, being a barber shop, drone photography, right, to create your YouTube videos, right? Fitness training and coaching, maybe opening up a gym, personal chef services. A good friend of mine, actually not a good friend of mine, but he's a great guy. My niece's fella, he's a chef. He's a personal chef for some multi-millionaire in America. This guy flies him to America when he needs him. Right? Car detailing. I'm assuming that's painting cars and putting fancy knick-knack, fancy painting on cars. Maybe, I don't know. Whoops. I'm gonna bring that back. God, there's loads of stuff. Pastries production business speaks for itself. Drop shipping. I have no idea what drop shipping is. Drop shipping is a business model that allows you to sell products without having to hold any inventory. Brilliant. Yeah, I know what it is now. Yep. Okay. So basically, you get a website, you've got loads of stuff on your website, but you don't hold the stock. Someone gives you an order, you send it through, I don't know, to China. They then send the product to you and you post it on, or it gets posted straight to the client from China or whatever country you are buying your stock from. Yeah. Instead, you partner with suppliers who handle the fulfillment and shipping processes. Brilliant. This is a business that you can start from the comfort of your home. Yeah, you could start this basically from your house. You could do that in the UK. To start a drop shipping business, you will need to identify a profitable niche where you're going to make money, build an online store, website, whatever, and establish relationships with reliable reliable suppliers. I know that a lot of people, a lot of women that I know that do hair business, right? You know, that's the crazy glue that a lot of black women like squirting on their weaves. A lot of these women basically got suppliers in China anyway, right? But you can find reliable suppliers anywhere. Yeah, with the convenience of running your own operations remotely, you can manage this business from the comfort of your home, promoting your products through social media, online advertising, websites. It can help you attract customers and generate sales. So I think that drop shipping business is brilliant, personally. Yeah, and there's YouTube video. I will put this in the description of this as well, so you can click on all these and have a little look. I'm not going to do that now, but I will do that. Mini importation business, a lucrative small business idea from home, involves importing and selling goods in your country of residence. All right, so basically it's got to be something that people in Nigeria are going to want. Oh, it doesn't have to be in Nigeria. You can ship it anywhere. Yeah. You've got other things like POS business. I don't understand this POS business. I really don't. But I'm not going to say it. It's in the list, but I'm going to have to get my head around it before I start talking about it. The other businesses I sort of vaguely understand, but this one I do not, right? So I don't know how you make money out of it. I mean, there's a description there, but I'm not going to bother reading it because I read it the other night when I was prepping for this live, but I still couldn't understand it. So I'm not going to talk about something that I don't even understand after I read it. But you check it out. Yeah, you check it out, and then maybe you can tell me. Social selling. With social media's increasing popularity, businesses and brands are looking for ways to improve their online presence and sales. There you go. That's what it's about. Starting a social selling business allows you to help businesses to reach their target audiences and achieve their marketing goals. So basically, if that is your business in the West, you could take this and do it online in Nigeria or any other part of West Africa, right? So again, that's about you taking your skills, which are basically online skills, right? Building an online business from your home in Lekki, right? Victoria Island, Banana Island, you could do it from there. Yeah? Blogging speaks for itself. Again, another business you could run from anywhere on planet Earth. Yeah? That's if you're good at it, a good writer. Freelance graphic design, again, an online business you can do, especially if you're a designer in the West, guys. You could take that skill to Nigeria, basically, again, do it from the comfort of your own house. You could do it from the beach. You could do it from the beach in Lekki. While you're sitting at a restaurant, you could literally run your business. As long as you've got a good internet connection, you could do it from there. Yeah, you could do it from there. Freelance graphic design, ebook publishing. These are all online businesses. Again, this speaks for itself. Ebook publishing is a profitable small business idea with low startup costs, making it accessible for beginners looking to enter the digital publishing market. Unlike traditional publishing, ebooks remove the need for large investments in printing and distribution, significantly reducing initial expenses. As more readers embrace digital formats, the demand for ebooks continues to grow, presenting a ripe opportunity for aspiring publishers. Guys, this is one of the you could run 2 or 3 online businesses. Yeah, you could do that. As long as you're a hard worker, you could run 2, 3 of these businesses literally from your dining room table, from the balcony of one of those gorgeous 1-bedroom apartments that we've been looking at earlier on in the stream. You could run one of these businesses from there. Yeah. Personalized gift creation offers a great opportunity for small businesses with low startup costs. It's all about making unique gifts like custom photo frames and keychains that people love to give for special occasions. Speaks for itself. CV writing service. Again, an online thing that you can do. Speaks for itself again. And I think that's it. That is it. Right, where are we? Right, guys, we are at the 2 hour, bloody hell, 2 hours, 38 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm going to read just a little bit of the chat. Sorry, guys, I've not been looking at the chat at all, only because I just thought there was just a lot to look at there. So I just thought, you know what? Between me being amazed at the property, right, and all of that, I just thought you need to be looking at that, because again, guys, what this is all about. This is about going somewhere else and finding a life outside of the West. Seriously, and beginning to think, how can I earn a living, right, after I've gone? Not after I've gone, plan it before you leave. Yeah, plan it before you leave. We looked at property. We looked at some amazing investment apartments earlier on. Do go and check out. Go and check out. I mean, listen, if you're one of the 5 people here, subscribe to the channel and hit the like. Yeah. When I come off, or now, if you want, go back and have a look at the apartments we've just been looking at. The whole idea of this stream, right, is to find a life outside of the West. Find somewhere to live. You can start off by renting if you want. I've got no issue with renting. I just don't want you to remain renting. I want you to buy somewhere, because it's an investment. Buy somewhere. It's an investment. That's if you've got the money for it. Remortgage your that 3-bed, that 2 up, 2 down that you've got in the UK, or that condo that you've got in the States, right? Or that, what do they call them? Those tall houses. Remortgage that. Take some money out. Go and buy yourself an apartment anywhere outside of the West. Go and buy yourself an apartment, man. It's an investment opportunity. When you're not there, stick it on Airbnb. Do it when you're there, right? When you're there, or before begin to work out how you can earn money, right? After you've gone, right? Begin to shift your brain outside of the West. There's life elsewhere. That's what it's all about. And as I said to you, not in tomorrow's stream, but in the one, hopefully we're going to be streaming. I'm going to be doing the stream on Friday. Yes, we have to. We're going to be looking at relationships. We're going to be looking at what kind of relationship you can get. You know, what's available. You will be leaving a Western market where you're unvalued, right? Where you're undervalued, and you're going to be going to another market, right, where you're considered the prize. Right? That's the deal right there. It's the truth. Let's read some of these comments. Ricks, you've been saying a lot, bro, but do forgive us. Right. Let's go back and read. What I'm going to do, let's just read it. With AI, you can make ebooks easier. Wow. Okay, there you go. Let's say that. So Rick says, with AI, I didn't even know that. With AI, you can make ebooks easily. That's Rick's comment. Guys, just throw your comments in the chat as well, because at the end of the day, this is about us sharing ideas. If anyone knows how, even though we've just literally gone through 50 suggestions about how you can make money, how you can do small business startups while you can plan your way out of the West, right? You can plan your way to Nigeria, to Ghana, to any one of these countries, right? We've looked at apartments and all the rest of it. If you can extend any of these ideas, not just for me, it's for the guys that are going to be coming on, that are going to be reading the chat, it's for all of that good stuff. You know, it's put your suggestions in. It's about building a community of knowledge so that we can say, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. God, I can do that. How do you do that? God, how do you make money? Oh, right. I think I know a guy told me, yeah, it's about sharing that kind of knowledge. That's what it's all about. They make, so Rick's writes, they make whole ebooks out of a suggestion. Yes, I've heard about that. Something like Chat GTP. You could put a suggestion on it, just literally write your story. Literally write your story. And you know, at the end of the day, people do it, and then they get some chat bot to read it out on YouTube. You've got whole YouTube channels of that sort of stuff. Literally. Although now with YouTube, you've actually got to make it crystal clear if there's any artificially made if you're using artificially made content, YouTube wants that, whether it's artificially made images or artificially created content. YouTube want you to make it crystal clear, but people still do it. But the point here, we're not talking about YouTube, we're talking about the kind of content how you can create ebooks, right? So what Rix is saying is that you could use websites like ChatGTP. I've got a ChatGTP account. I don't often use it, right? But I've got the account. I've not really explored it, but what Rix is saying is that you can make whole ebooks using platforms like that, stick them up on some platform and just churn it out. You could start doing that from your little hovel in the West, whether you're in some part of the US or whether or not you're in some part of Europe or the UK. You can begin to create this stuff. Guys, begin to position your brain outside of the West. That is what the stream is about. There's nothing wrong with the West. What I'm saying is that if you want a different kind of life, let's just leave it like that. If you're after a different type of experience, right? If that's what you're looking for, right? Then you can begin to think about this, guys. And I want you to, because honestly, what I want for you guys, right, is quality of life, purpose, all of that sort of stuff, the kind of stuff that is not readily available in our part of the West. I'm not saying you can't get it, but I think you get the idea, right? That whole thing about finding a relationship with a woman who just wants to be a wife for the rest of her life, maybe. You know, it's not terrible to want that. It's not terrible to want that. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to run through these really, really quick. I'll bring them all up. Rix writes, I remember PayPal surveys. Right, okay. King's been on a tirade. I've not been ranting. I'm trying not to rant. I'm trying to just say, look, this is a solution to the problem, right? I think we all know what the problem is. I'm trying to simply say this is a solution, guys. Yeah, and I'm trying to mix it with my love of property development. That's it. And I'm trying to be positive and not just rant about the same things that we've been ranting about for years. Yeah, I'll leave that one there. How's my back? I had a back, but it's a lot better. Thanks, Rix. It's a lot better. Try and get a lot of small income. Absolutely. That's what this is all about, man. This is all about trying to build as many streams of income when you are abroad. Listen, this is what you got. This is what we're all about, guys. Understand this, right? You've got to earn money while you're sleeping. If you're gonna, even in the UK, even in the US, the idea is you want income streams that earn you money while you are sleeping. My background's property, so I understand that, right? That's the only real business that I do understand. I don't understand any other business, right? But there are other businesses. But the point is, you want to be earning money while you're sleeping. Whether you're going to stay in your little part of the West or leave, it doesn't really matter. But, you know, you want to start to build money streams that pay you while you're on holiday, while you're resting, while you're at cinema, while you're having a laugh down the pub. You want to still be earning money. And hopefully some of the ones that we've been looking at, right? Go and examine the stream when we've come off. Go back and have a little look. Guys, if you're one of the 6 people that are here, subscribe to the channel and hit the like, right? Just do it, right? Do it, please, and recommend it to other people. But the point is, you want to be earning money while you are sleeping. My grandfather was a builder. My dad was a builder. They sort of, I grew up on building sites, not that I wanted to, because I had to, right? That was where I got babysat. So when my mum left with my granddad, it was literally leaving me on a building site. So I was born understanding property. I've never dipped into any of the business ideas that we've just been looking at a moment ago, but I'm going to, or at least another way of doing this. You can be a passive investor in one of those businesses. So you can find a business in Lagos or Nigeria or Ghana, any one of those countries, Togo, Sierra Leone, you could find the business there, right? And you can simply invest in it as long as the person's reliable, as long as you're convinced of the business acumen of the person, right? Because listen, you never ever I'll give you a tip. You never ever invest in a business. You invest in the person. Yeah. You invest in the person. You don't invest. You're not investing. Don't look at the size of a business or you didn't. No. Invest. You should invest in the person who's running the business. If it's a small tight business, you're investing in the person. That's who you're investing in. It's a really important point. Don't get wowed by what you see when you go around. No, sit down with the person. That person should be able to show you the business plan. Person should be able to tell you about their experience. That person should be able to tell you about the business, from A to Z. That person should have a good relationship with staff. That person should be, driving that business. That person should be able to say this line: what can I do for you? What do you need? What do you need? I was on during lockdown, we had the benefit. We had the benefit because I was part of a men's group during lockdown, and we had I don't want to get Think and Grow Rich: A Black Man's Choice. That's a book written, not the one written by Napoleon Hill. Can't remember what his name is now. There was another book written by a black doctor, US based. His name will come back to me. And Think and Grow Rich: Black Man's Choice, based on the book Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill. Can't remember what this black guy's name was. He's a doctor, teacher at some university, probably retired now. But anyway, this is during lockdown. The things he told us, he shared with us as a group. I think there's about 80 guys on the call. Brilliant. Business acumen, how to spot somebody with it, right? How to spot people to invest in. Very important, right? We also had a brilliant guy called Dr. George Fraser. Again, right? Brilliant guy in terms of business, in terms of networking. I think he wrote a book called, I don't want to get it wrong, or he recommended a book called did he write a book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0? I can't quite remember. But anyway, knowing the temperament to invest in is another way of having a brilliant passive income whereby you're going to be making money out of a business when you're asleep. Yeah? And just keep your eye on it and invest in the right people. Very brilliant way of, and that wasn't even in the list that we were looking at. It wasn't even in the list that we were looking at, right? So, guys, this is stuff that these are ways that you can be earning money when you're abroad. These are ways that you can be earning money when you're abroad. All right, very, very important. And if you've just gotten here, I just want to say this, right? And I think we're gonna round up. Give it a few more minutes. I'm gonna round up. Don't believe the hype when it comes to any African country. As I said before, Africa's got the youngest population, per head of population's got a lot of young professional people, great people to hire. In any country you're going to go to, you're going to have to really understand, you're going to have to really sift through the chaff in order to hire the good stuff. That's just the way it goes, right? But it's the amount of the amount of brains, passion, all of that stuff, right? You've got it all over Nigeria, all over the African world, right? You can go there and you can start up an amazing business. You've seen the apartments that we've been looking at over the last few months, right? In terms of Nigeria, just the last few weeks, right? What's available, the kind of places that are available for you to live are amazing. Effectively, as long as you got a clear plan before you jump in, right? great. It's all about having a very, very, very clear plan. If you're going to be buying an apartment as a business investment and somewhere where you can be when you're in Ghana, right, then just make sure that you do your due diligence. Effectively, you may be buying. Remember, the whole idea about buying property with other people's money. It could be crowdfunded. It could be from your family. It can be from your friends. It can be a group of you buying together, or it can be from your pension pot if you're of an age. It can be from you remortgaging a property that you have in the West. We've been looking at properties that are upwards of 60,000 USD, which is nothing. That's that's literally nothing. What's that? About 47,000 UK pounds. Effectively, years ago, probably about 30 years ago, I bought my first flat, and it was a right to buy council flat. I bought my first flat. How old was I when I was 24, which was literally 30 years ago, right? 1994, I bought my first, was it 1994? I bought my first apartment in London in a nice place called, but it's a right to buy. It was nothing to look at all. Nothing to look at, man. The point is you learn a lot over the years when it comes, but you just start somewhere. You just start somewhere. That's all it really is. You start somewhere. And with the amount of money that you'd be laying out to buy an apartment of the type that we've been looking at, right? You could just remortgage it. And in fact, that's what I was going to say. Apologies. Years ago, mainly Nigerians in London, actually, I've got to say, in the UK, not just Nigerians, actually, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of people were just buying apartments, buying property on credit cards, on interest-free credit cards. They were buying apartments on interest-free credit cards because what you could get money out of 4 credit cards, buy the apartment. If you've got to do any work, do some work, turn it around, sell it, pay off the credit cards. People are still doing it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying, if you want to raise finance, then I would say don't get a loan. I would say get interest-free cards if you've got good credit. That's what I would say. That's the way to go. Honestly, I'm not kidding. That is the way to go. That's the way to go. Yeah. People used to do it in the UK. I'm sure people used to do it in the States as well. But you can do it anywhere. And if it means you can buy an apartment of the type that we've been looking at, that's the way to go. It is the way to go. You might buy it, hold it and pay the credit cards or pay off 1 or 2 of them or whatever, or you might buy it, right? Turn it around, put it straight back out on the market. Whatever you want to do, but do your due diligence, do your homework. Don't jump in, understand the game you're getting yourself into, right? It's about you specifically doing your own due diligence. But yeah, people used to buy places on credit cards. Adangby writes, UK housing initiatives of the 1990s. Absolutely. And trust me, Adangby, I don't want to go too far off track. But yeah, a lot of people bought off the right to buy. All my friends did. Or at least 2 of my closest friends, they bought right to buy properties. One of those was a 1-bed studio flat in a place called Clapham Junction. I think I've spoken about it before. He bought that with credit cards. I think that cost him about £4,000. A flat, an apartment cost him 4,000 English pounds. I think about 25 years ago. That place now is worth about £400,000 because it's bang opposite Clapham Junction train station. It's bang opposite Clapham Junction. That's why it's worth that money. Another friend of mine bought somewhere on the right to buy. Bought a 1-bedroom flat in a place in South London. Sorry, I know we're going off track, guys, but this is all down to Adangby's little comment. Let me bring up Adangby's comment here. It's all because of this comment, right? So a good friend of mine bought quite a big 1-bedroom flat. He bought that off the right to buy scheme in the UK. How much did he pay for that? I think he paid about £40,000 for that. That place is now worth about $450,000. He bought it about 25 years ago. It's now worth $450,000. So, those guys chose to hold those properties, right? They're charging a holy per rent now, obviously London rent, which is crazy. Listen, don't come to London and rent anything. There's places in London where you can buy. If you're thinking about coming to London, Don't come here and it's just, in my opinion, I was brought up to believe that renting is throwing away money. I know not everybody can afford to buy, but listen, lend some money, buy it, and then put your place out to rent. When the money you get, use that money to pay your rent. Seriously, right? Think up creative ways to make money. Think up creative ways to make money. Preferably, as I said before, passive incomes. We've just run through, that was about 50, wasn't it, guys? That was about 50 avenues of making money. Start off doing it. You don't have to wait. In fact, do not wait to get to Lekki, Nigeria, Lagos. Don't wait to get to Accra. We've been looking at Kenya. Don't wait to get to Nairobi or any one of those places before you start looking at income streams. Start it now. We've got 7 guys on this call. Whatever country you're in, I don't know where you are in, you guys. You can put it in the chat. If you're here, if you're one of the 7 guys out here, you can put in the chat and tell me where you are. Right? But listen, do not, and like the stream, subscribe to the channel. But listen, do not wait, right? Do not wait to leave your country, right? And go to, in this case, Lekki. Do go back and look at the apartments that we've been looking at and all the rest of it. Don't wait to go there. Do not wait to go there. Rix is in Wales. Wales is all right. I'm not knocking Wales. And Wales is another country, right? Do not wait to go to whatever country you're thinking about going to. Doesn't have to be Lekki, doesn't have to be Nigeria, doesn't have to be the lovely Lagos. Do not wait to go there before you start thinking about how you're going to earn passive income. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Start to work it out now. If you've got a day job, like, a lot of us have got day jobs, right? If you've got a day job, right, that does not stop you from beginning to work out passive incomes. Doesn't stop you from beginning to work out passive incomes. Doesn't stop you. Doesn't stop you. Start to work out your passive income now. Start to work it out now. You can start with this stream. We've just done pretty much 50 ways of earning a passive income. Start to do it now. It might be something that's linked to your day job. Yeah. You could already be an IT specialist if you're fortunate. It could be anything, right? Start to work out how you're going to make your passive income now. Yeah, so that you can start to work out now. So by the time you leave, you've got income streams, right? Or you may want to start to think about how you're going to start up your whatever small business you're going to want to do. Start to work it out now and start to build that vision of how you're going to do life elsewhere, how you're going to do life in whatever country you're thinking about going. Yeah. Okay. Right. I've been on for 1 hour longer than what I thought I was going to be in, but I thought it was worth it. Guys, subscribe to the channel, hit the like, right? That is the call to action. I am going to be streaming. God, what day did I say? No, was it Wednesday? I'm going to be streaming on Wednesday as well. We're going to be looking at some more property, right? And then on Friday, we're going to be looking at marriage and relationships in Nigeria. That's what I think we're going to be looking at. So guys, Rix, good to have you aboard, sir. And Adangbi, good to have you aboard as always. We've got some silent listeners who are afraid to put where they are in the chat. Listen, if you're silent, that's okay, but definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, right? Monday, Wednesday and Friday, I am going to try to commit to going live. We're going to be looking at some more properties in Nigeria because there's so much of it and it's cheap. It's cheap. So I have to, right? So yes, so we're going to be looking at some more in Nigeria. Maybe different parts of Nigeria as well. I've never looked at Abuja. I've never looked there, so I'm going to be looking there as well. And some other cities as well. So guys, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. It's been great. It's been good. I love doing this because again, guys, listen, I want to say one other little thing before I get off. I am not an expert when it comes to property in any African country. I'm doing this because I want to learn myself. That's why I'm doing it. All right. I am actually, as I'm doing this with you, I'm actually looking to see where the business opportunities are for me. Right. That's partly why I'm doing this. That's partly why I'm doing it as well. Right. So I'm going to be doing a lot of African countries and cities in different African countries. I'm also going to be doing Jamaica because I've heard that they've discovered and will be drilling for oil off the coast of Jamaica in the Caribbean. So I saw one, and again, this might be over-egging it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I saw one YouTuber who described Jamaica as the, you're going to laugh, Rix, who described Jamaica as the Dubai of the Caribbean, right? Future Dubai of the Caribbean. So that means for me that I have to go and look at it. I've never been to Dubai. I've had friends go, a lot of friends go. I've got one friend working in Dubai at the moment. She's been there for many years. But I've known a lot of people go out there for work and all the rest of it, business opportunities for many years. So if they're saying that about Jamaica, and we've got family land in Jamaica that we've done nothing with, that's a future moneymaker. Right? So rather than leave that barren land in just outside Spanish Town with some cousins literally picking fruit off the trees and vegetables off the trees, the food is just growing there and they're just living there, literally living off the land. I think I can kick those family off and do something with them. We could be building some, what Americans call condominiums and houses and apartments on that land in Jamaica and making some money. I've got one of my oldest brother lives in Maryland, he's a builder. We could be building some houses on that land. If Jamaica's gonna go in a particular direction, then I think in the future there's going to be money to be made. Seriously. Rix is laughing. Rix has got an LOL for where I say oil. I'm not listening to you, Rix. So yes, no, seriously, check it out for yourself, right? I kid you not, right? So if indeed that is, well, I know they've found the oil. I know the oil is there. I was looking at, I'll do it on another stream, but I was looking at one company who have got the rights to drill offshore in Jamaica. And apparently the oil seams are massive. But should I dedicate a stream to that? Or should I just keep that knowledge to myself? Now, I know some ideas you've just got to keep to yourself and other ideas you tell people about. I don't know, right? So, and some people that just ain't going to believe it. But, I even had a thought that should I even be, because they found some oil inland, actually by drilling on Jamaican soil on the mainland, right? So, you have little ideas about Dallas and about J.R. Ewing and you know what I mean? You get little ideas about that. So anyway, yeah, watch this space, man. I mean, I think the prospects there are bloody interesting, guys. I think the prospects there are interesting. So you won't only be growing the wacky backy, you might also be. Anyway, I'm beginning to be a bit silly. So guys, thank you for joining us, right? If you're one of the people there that are one of the silent listeners, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, make sure you do that, right? And listen, thank you for joining us, guys, Rix, Adangbi, and everyone else. And I will join you again on Wednesday. In fact, the thumbnail's up, right? So I've got the thumbnail up, so I have to now be committed. So guys, God bless you. Have a great night or evening or morning, wherever you are. Sayonara.